Welcome.
Wait, Ryan,
What?
how is your stout?
Oh, it's excellent.
Fantastic.
I'm
so
really
glad.
happy with how it turned out.
Good. That's really good.
Going up there to have it. I'm gonna steal it. It's mine.
Well, I'm actually thinking maybe coming home this month or March for a weekend, so
Good.
I can bring it home with me,
Yeah, you should.
Wow.
or bring it to
Hang
CP
out
with me.
Literally whenever.
Exactly.
No. Hang out with me.
Yeah.
No,
Fight,
hang out
fight,
with me.
Fight.
He's pretty far away. I don't know about that one.
That is a little out of the way.
I don't know how that works.
You don't like a 7-hour one-way drive? Come on.
Hey, Hunter, how's
It's
it going?
fine.
I didn't get groceries. I didn't know you were coming. 7 hours I just drove here. Cool. Want to watch something? Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, what happened last time?
Last time on Stories from the Multiverse, we began at the Everfall residence and spent a good chunk of time talking with the family members. Particularly, Anfrith had a very in-depth heart-to-heart conversation with his father about their past and
Old Johan.
Oh, that sounded boring.
their
Sounded like
they're-
an old blowhard talking for 35 minutes straight.
it was partially that, but also
Boring as fuck. You are right, my friend.
they talked about how they both knew Araxis and a little bit about Anfrith's mother, all kinds of mystery and adventure, many questions still unanswered. Very, very cool. We learned that his mom's name is Elowin, right?
Yes.
Cool, yeah. Then Faith and her mom talked about the shipwreck that Faith had experienced.
Grounded forever.
Yeah, you're grounded forever. Congratulations. Do you want to talk about that, Hunter, since it's your character?
Faith did some background stuff.
She sure did. And then after that, we went shopping. We bought some stuff. We bet on some boxing matches that were pretty metal. And I made money. Everybody else lost money. I think. Did you break even, Ganu?
I think so.
It's very important, very vital to the plot. Good. Air croakers are still weird. I had the most painful interaction of my life.
Conversation we've ever had in D&D ever.
It was like physical pain I was experiencing. It was terrible.
The greatest conversation in D&D.
Oh, I was very flustered. Very not good. We spent a little bit of time in that district, and then we went back to sleep. Next day, we were planning on meeting up with the Shilla to get back to I think we were heading to the Western Burning Forest to start that side quest. But Sho was non-responsive, so our plans to meet up were sped up. And we were going to the rendezvous very quickly when we were assaulted by some unknown assailants. Some very not terribly strong, but strong enough to knock at least Matthias down in one hit. So that went poorly. So Ashila came and saved our butt, killed all of them but one, and then the last remaining one decided to murk himself with a cyanide capsule. And,
Listen, we keep saying it's cyanide, but we don't actually know it's cyanide.
I think
it's not like
Reed explicitly said cyanide.
Reed said that! But how would we know that it's cyanide? We
That's
just
fair.
saw a dude chomp on something and then he died.
That's fair.
Are we familiar with spies and espionage using cyanide pills?
And it is intimately.
And we
Very
are
not
currently in the aftermath of that situation.
Yes.
With Sho still being comatose and Ganu, are you unconscious currently?
I
No, I believe I gave him a bit of health.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
a little bit of health. Yeah, wait.
Good.
I have it up
So
here.
Ashella,
Yeah, I have
currently
12
disguised,
health.
has cast Speak with Dead on the individual.
Yes.
Right.
Right,
where
that's
we
what
left off.
happened.
All right. Ashella is looking, holding the individual who just popped a pill, foamed at the mouth, and died, and you guys see life come back into it, and you see her look. Is this a focus? One action, 10 minutes. Pretty sure she could zone a truth this fuck too, can't she? Oh, no, truth. I gotta look it up. You think I prepared for this idea? I had a week and then thought maybe I could add more?
Well, it's not a concentration spell.
No, neither of them are concentration, so yeah.
Technically. Well,
Wouldn't you have to have the zone of truth up first?
Probably.
Well,
No.
yeah, it
No,
would
because
recognize
the
her.
It has to be because creature inside the zone. I don't know. Because he has to make a saving throw. But he's not really alive. I have Speak with Dead too. It's just the spirit. It's not actually it. It's not actually the person brought back as rules is written.
Yeah. The answers are usually brief, cryptic, repetitive, and the corpse is under
Alright,
no
we won't
compulsion
do
to
that.
offer a truthful answer if you are
Yeah.
hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy. Corpse can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, but and
Anything
can't
you guys
speculate
want to
about
ask
future
it
events.
as Ashella does the first question.
Are you dead?
No. She goes, where do I take them next? As the... she'll do a deception check. The individual, still with foam at the mouth, looks over, like what the eyes, wide-eyed, one still stuck the other way, one back, looking right at Ashella. Other ways under hearts. She looks to you guys and goes, any other ideas? There's 4 questions you guys can ask.
why were we targeted? Why was this group targeted?
Not group wasn't interested in the package. Dispose of trash.
I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you.
I'll fucking
Shove-
cut you. I'll
Yeah,
fucking
thank you.
cut you.
I
How's that
appreciate
grab
it.
you?
I love it. I love it.
You piece of shit, you coming in on my fucking god damn it. Oh no, what did I do?
I hope he's talking like that.
Fuck you piece of shit.
I ruined everything. I'm sorry.
No, that's a good voice change for that. I like it.
I don't know what it is and I hate you with my clean
You fixed
now.
it.
I bet
Yep.
I did.
Yes.
It's auto-tune.
Oh, it's fucking auto tune. Damn it. All right.
The first response to Ashella's question was, what?
Take them to
waterways underneath the arts district.
Waterways under the arts district.
Was that any better? Was that any cooler?
That was cool. And then for Faith's question, they said that they weren't targeting us. What were they targeting? Did it say?
He said something along not interested in baggage, just disposing of trash.
Frickin' rude.
Um,
Do we want to inquire as to whether they're associated with the wolf cultists that had been following us? Do you guys feel like that might be a connection?
I don't think we'll get a clear answer if we phrase it that way, though.
Right.
I think it's too vague just to call them wolf cultists.
Do
Should we just
you?
ask
You could.
who sent
You
them?
could ask. Do you worship the Spider Queen? Do you serve her whims? Something to that end.
Hey, DM,
Yo!
can I communicate with Agilix even though I'm in a coma?
No, unfortunately. But I'm trying to get you involved.
How smart is Agilix?
Smart as he
Roll
needs to be
4.
right now.
Alright.
What do you want to drill? How can you contribute? Please contribute. Unfortunately, you were knocked out because you weren't here and triggered a whole nother quest, and now can't really undo that quest.
That's okay. Agilix is a curious mind
Yes.
and would be probably reaching into Show's book
Mhm.
and writing, as you've seen him do,
Mhm.
He's a poet.
And then
canon. And he's writing, what group are they a part of?
That's a good idea.
You could ask it.
Agilix can't speak.
I know
so
he can't. I'm
he's
asking for the
he's
other
just
three.
he's just writing it down and is
The
just
other
like
three.
kind of
Okay.
curiously looking at you guys.
technically only a Shella can ask the question.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, but like, just tell me
Oh.
what you're asking,
Yeah.
and then Ashella will ask it, so that I don't have to do 30 role plays with myself.
Yes. So it was what group are they? Do they represent?
Yeah.
What
are they a
what
part
group
of?
do they represent?
Those who know us don't have to identify us. Those who need to know already know.
Wow, that was not helpful at all.
Yeah, that's cryptic.
Yeah, life sucks sometimes.
I didn't even hear that.
Hmm.
If you know, you know.
It was a good effort. Good try. But alas.
All right, so we have a where, why, a who. We could talk about what
Agilus
Like-
writes,
was
How-
our goal.
How
how
did
did
they
you find us?
Yeah, how did they find us?
God damn it, fuck!
Spirit is vengeful.
It's so goddamn vengeful spirit angry. You know what it sounds like, and I'm just... The contact found you at the arena.
Oh.
It's the Aarakocra.
I would hope not.
No, it's not.
Is that 4 or 5?
4, 1 left. Oh, Freddie Mercury, let's go.
Freddie Mercury.
What do you got for the last question, boys?
Did we already ask them what they were after? That was kind of... They weren't interested in the stuff, just taking out the trash. Was this a hit or a kidnapping?
Might sound like a hit to me.
What do you guys think?
Adelix will write associated with Rumble question mark. I'll show it to you guys so you can confer.
We think they're from the... Do we think they're from the Obsidians?
He'll write, we're some of the only people who know about the way that the regime changed.
I think it'd probably be more valuable to know if they're associated with the folks on the other country, so that we know whether we're being followed long term or if, it doesn't really matter what their intentions were. They're obviously hostile.
Oh, write down
I didn't
length
hear.
of contract.
Yes, Ryan. You sounded like you were going to add something to the equation.
Yes. Well, I didn't hear the answer for who they're a part of, and you guys said it was cryptic. So
They basically said those who know us don't ask for who we are, and those who don't know us don't need to know.
okay. I was gonna ask like who his leader is or something, so we can have a name maybe. I mean, it could be cryptic with that too, but
Yeah.
Who?
Part of the spell. It has no reason. It doesn't have to tell you
Yeah.
the truth or nothing.
Yeah.
sure.
Who was the? Should we ask who was the contact that located us? You could try it.
Try that.
Who was the contact that found us at the arena?
That's what you want to ask?
Wow,
So-
yeah.
yes.
Well, when you say it like that.
Alright.
Adelix will write, is this a one-time contract or a long-term contract?
We never speak the details of contacts.
We can't hear you.
Fuck! I hate it. Why
Speak up.
not?
Speak up!
Can you
I
hear
need
me
you to
now?
scream. Yeah,
I can hear you now.
Scream, talk at a normal volume. Do what
It's
you gotta do.
It's so weird to not talk at a whisper when you're doing the voice. It's so weird.
It's a stage whisper.
Yes, stage
They
whisper.
talk about it in Critical Role. Stage whisper.
We do not reveal our contacts' identities nor the contract's description. They are safe with us.
And then bleh, dies again. And you see Ashella just go sigh and puts that body into another pocket dimension, like the other one body, and she goes, I'll experiment more with them later and try and figure out more. What's wrong with Sho?
I'm not sure. Something weird is afflicting him. He's not waking up.
Come with me. And teleports your group to inside one of her laboratories. This is a different looking laboratory.
Or is it the same laboratory, just with different wallpaper?
You shut the You don't know nothing.
There's only one laboratory, but it changes
It's like the
on its
TARDIS.
own every time you go into it. It moves around.
I'll
Yes,
mention.
Mhm.
I'll mention to Shella. I tried doing something that would get rid of any poisons or paralysis, and it didn't seem to have any effect. I wasn't sure if this was something magic or something else.
That's concerning. I'll have to call my friend again. She brings you guys over. As she brings you guys over, how quiet is my mic? Is it fine? Are we good? Can you hear me?
You're good.
Yep.
As you guys enter into the laboratory, inside this one, there are a multitude of tables laid out, some with automaton parts already on them. One of the ones that is clear and open, she points towards it for you to place Sho's body on top of, as she goes over to some of her tools and potions and starts trying bring over like a potion of greater restoration. So she pours that into his mouth, and that doesn't stir him. She sends a message to her friend name that you've already met once.
Lemarius denies.
That's his name. Lemarius denies. Lemarius. I really named him Lemarius.
The Furbolg.
Yeah, the Furbolg. That sounds potentially right. Because that sounds like Lemarius Lapois from whatever, from Critical Role. Did I really name him that? Vamarius. Vamaris. Deyynnes. Venerius. Yeah, what did you say?
I had Lemarius denies.
Denies. Yeah, no, it's Vamarius denies. I think you had
Okay.
Critical Role in the brain. That's why it didn't sound quite right. She sends the message and looks to the entire group as she does a medicine check on Sho. As she's doing the medicine check, she looks to all of you and goes, "Well, what happened? I thought you were just going to see your parents. I thought."
Well, it was unusual. I mean, nothing strange seemed to happen. We met with my parents, we had a reunion, we let them know kind of what was going on. We asked them, our father, who's the portsmaster of Ashaya. We told him the news of the weapon and asked him to disseminate that out. I went on just a shopping trip with my mom. Got
Show.
some.
What? Anything happened to Show?
Show went to. What did you guys do?
We went to a fighting pit, bet on some matches.
Okay. See anybody there? Anything weird happen?
I mean, not that we really noticed. I mean, the fights were entertaining. The crowd dispersed shortly after they were over. I had a painfully awkward conversation with an Aarakocra. Nothing stuck out to me. Did you guys notice anything? Ganu or Anfrith?
I didn't notice anything. Anfrith said.
So, did you notice anything?
Didn't we just learn their contact saw us there?
Their contact saw us there. So is it possible somebody... Like, why would somebody have targeted us for being there? We didn't do anything.
I'm gonna re-inspect Show's body. I'm gonna look for any like incision points, like a dart or something from.
Go ahead
that
and
folder.
make a medicine check.
That's a 14.
Okay. And with Ashella's medicine check was extremely high. For the two of you, as you continue looking over Show to a degree, trying to find if there's anything wrong with him per se, you do find below the neckline on the back of his neck, it looks to be two small, like fresh incisions into his back, like little holes that have been dug in there.
Oh man, he's a vampire now.
Just like I planned it.
Was it April? April's not here with us.
They
Is
do
she?
not. Autumn. They do not
Thank you.
appear to be, especially with those high rolls, fangs or anything. It looks more like a tool or an item was used to put in there, or a weapon. This doesn't look like a bite mark in any way.
Is there anything that would indicate there's anything like under his skin? Like, did this implant something?
Not from those two checking over. No. And with that, Vamarius enters in, and you see him come in slow and calm with his the symbols of tear on, and hello, Mrs. How's it going today? And enough pleasantries. Come here, come look at Show. Something's wrong with him. He's like, yes, it's always urgent. He wanders over and looks at the body, and he starts looking at all of you. Well met again. Good to see you all. Wish it was under better situations and circumstances. Okay. Here. Well, he's still breathing, so there's no reason we can't be respectful to one another. He leans the staff against the bench, and he starts investigating. And you see,
I'll again mention. I tried a lesser restoration. I believe Ashella used a greater. It didn't seem to do anything. It doesn't seem to be a standard like poison or paralysis or something like that.
Got a couple more tricks my old master taught me that might help. As he says a couple more spells, the remove curses go out, and other types of healings and divinities, and you can see Show's body begins to relax a bit, but he still is unwaking. Some of the stress is being eroded away. And then you see something happen between Vamarius and Ashella. Ashella looks towards Vamarius, hoping for something, and then Vamarius gives this eyeing look to her. And you see her then immediately go, like, stop and be like, no, that doesn't make any sense. And you see he goes, it all is the same symptoms as others. She's like,
Oh no, I got the ugly.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. As she then walks over and you see her cast a spell in one area and then another spell, and then she reaches in and takes and places it on a counter. It looks like a bunch of test tubes, all with these like neon yellow glow of liquid in each and every one of them. Very, very bright. And she takes out the tube and she looks at him and she's like, this doesn't work. You're getting me the ingredients to make another one of these. And he goes, I'll take that bet. Pops open the tube, puts it on the back of Show's neck where the two incisions were. Some like sizzling. And then out from the two holes, you can see like this black sludge come out from the holes onto the table, and then this give like a horrible hiss before it disappears into a fog and is just eviscerated. And Show is awake now.
What was that?
What? Yeah.
You see Ashella just staring, and he's like, well, I'll be on my way. He just pats her on the side of the arm, and he begins going away. She's like, but how did you? And he's just like, same symptoms. Have a good day, dear. As he then starts walking back over and exits out of the plane.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. What was that?
Sits down and she
Thank
just
you.
looks at you, Show, and she's like, interesting. Very interesting.
Can someone tell me what's going on here? I'm very
So
confused.
you
Where are
were
we?
in a coma since this morning.
You've been out since after the fighting arena.
Well, I was just taking a nap. Not long, few days.
It's the
haven't
next
woken
day. Show. It's been a day.
Well, sorry to worry you guys. Give Famarius my thanks. I assume he helped since he's leaving. What happened? What did I miss?
Well, at first, how do you feel? Are you okay?
Tired, weak. As funny as it sounds, probably more sleep. But
You do feel,
think-
you do have 1 point of exhaustion.
yeah, but outside that, I think I'm okay.
And then I turn to Ashella. What was that?
I don't know. Joe, do you want to explain what that was?
Why would I
Something-
know what happened? Hello?
Something
is
was
it?
in your neck, and she poured a yellow goop on it, and it came out as all black and sludgy, and then it just disappeared.
Would I have any idea what the fuck that is?
Go ahead and make a history check.
Okay. A natural 20, so yeah, okay.
For 25.
We're 25, yeah. Yeah. Return of the Mac, baby, let's go!
Whispers, whispers, whispers.
Yes.
He's
Give me
getting
all the
those
secrets.
juicy details.
I am become God. Give me the power. Yes, show me the whisper. Show me, because I'm Joe. Aha. Ah, I see. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't mind if you feel like explaining, Shella. We've all been open with each other about just about everything.
Just about, it would seem.
Well, this isn't something I just randomly bring up in conversation.
Uh-huh.
Besides, I'm only half.
Clearly.
Hello?
Right. As the two of them say more with their eyes than they do with words in this conversation. These little things, which she only used a little bit of it, like only a quarter of it, are special remedies that me and my mother had to develop for those that were being targeted and potentially used and experimented on with our Kezerin blood. We are Kezerat, but we made Kezerin, and it would seem show a descendant of our continued efforts to revitalize our world with our people, or at least descendants of our people.
Yep. So we're related, basically.
Yes, technically we are. You probably have some of my blood or my mother's blood in you, technically.
So I'm kind of a big deal.
Well, that's not really. As
Oh,
you see, her just like,
Wait, so you had blood injected in you to make you more magic? What is it?
no,
No,
we made
no.
people like
Like a
400
race of
years
people.
ago.
Yeah.
Well, like 355 years ago, we made
Does
people.
someone have to explain how that works to Faith?
Yeah. Do we need to explain how childbirth works? How all that stuff works?
Yeah. So his mother or
I'm
father was
not
clearly
young.
Kezerin. The way you're blushing, I think she doesn't quite understand the reproductive process. That is disappointing. I had hoped you.
Well, she's young.
That's right. There's time. There's always time.
I've had sex.
Uh-huh.
Oh, really?
Nobody asked.
Yeah.
And Firth is just like, I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that.
And the truth comes out.
So, what
Should we go
Was-
back and tell your parents?
was the stuff? It
Oh,
is.
you've made a critical mistake, Faith, saying that in
Was-
front of Ganu. Critical fail.
Was the stuff in his neck that blood? Like, what was that?
That is something we've developed over the past 100 or so years to stop something that specifically targets Kezerin or Kezerit blood. Doesn't hit our blood as much, but also our enemies have tried to develop all sorts of spells and curses and ways to disable and dispose of us because we pose threats to so many.
So it's like it's an anti-Kezerit poison
Virus?
thing.
Sure. Yes, like a specific
Like a virus. Kind of.
virus, but more like a curse.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
meant to slowly render the individual useless and hopefully cause them death if they
And it
share
only-
Kezerin or Kezerin.
Yeah. So it only reacts to the specific stuff that's in our blood.
Which
Got it.
means somehow somebody noticed you were Kezerin at the arena and decided to either kill you or wanted you for their own, which is alarming.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not really that phased because we've just been trying to be assassinated by like 3 different groups at this point, so
So
That's
it's kind of
not
like a running
reassuring.
gag.
they cursed you and then decided that wasn't enough and sent assassins.
They were trying to retrieve him.
Who knows?
Well, they just want him to die, right? They didn't care to take him.
Do they? Typically, with any of the previous Kezerin, our blood is valuable, and it can be helpful for experiments and other magical properties.
They could want to harvest me,
Potentially.
keep me as a cash cow.
Or turn you potentially, depending on who they are and who we're dealing with.
Yeah, lots of options. Why are you looking so stressed out, Faith?
I know, Faith.
I just.
You welcomed to the big game a while ago. It's been a whole day since you agreed that you're in on this. There's no backing out now.
Why would
We're
we
gonna go
back
pick
out?
some fruit.
I wasn't
Please, we
I
need the
wasn't-
vacation.
expecting this kind of thing so soon.
Neither
Why would
was
we
I.
back out? It's just getting exciting.
Maybe you're next, Gannon.
Whoa. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll
I
stay
feel
on my
bad.
toes then.
I feel bad for the one who's targeting Ganu.
Yeah, me
Right.
too.
So, how, Ashela, how would somebody be able to tell that he was Kazarin? Is there any distinctive features, or is
No, it's
Is it-
typically a magical spell, so this should be somebody that's clearly an enemy with Kezarin or Kezarat. That's part of the problem here. If it's a problem with me or my mother, that's probably a much bigger issue. If it's just some sort of sick obsession like many have developed over the years for the Kezarin, then it's nothing that isn't too upsetting. Minus the fact that they hired people to either murder all of you or in show or murder all of you in take show. That's not good, so they probably means they have resources to a degree. Or they were desperate.
so? That spell, is it like a detect Kazarin spell? Is that a spell that you know? Is that something that you could teach to show or Faith, so that we could have that and utilize it?
I mean, to identify himself, another Kezarin, sure.
Why would
Just-
we need that?
Just, I don't know, get a better idea for who people are.
I don't see why not if you're capable of learning.
I know Sho definitely is. He's very smart.
I'm not that smart.
You're very smart. Don't let him fool you.
Well, who knows? I mean, I study a lot, but it's quite possible that I'm only in college because of who I am.
That would make a lot of sense, potentially. And
I'll give you that.
unfortunately-
I think that you underestimate your own brilliance.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
I agree.
But it's certainly not wouldn't be an uncommon opinion to come across at school.
It's true. People are virtually obsessed. If they ever found out that he was, it would...
Which is why I don't advertise it, by the way.
That does make sense. But, you know, I feel like you sort of feel entitled to these things when you help, you know, restart your race.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, can't win them all, I guess. Anyway,
No.
but you've more than proved that your capabilities already show, so if you want to know it, you can certainly have it. It's a simple third level spell.
I don't see the harm in more knowledge.
And you now can learn a basic identification spell for identifying Kezarat people. You can, it's kind of like a detect good and evil, but it's like any Kezarin or Kezarat within 30 feet of you, you're aware of. You can sense
Well-
their magical properties.
If I could cast third level spells, I would certainly do that.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. Free spell.
You see, as she finishes teaching you the spell, you level up. So you now level up with the rest of the crew at the right group.
Oh, hooray!
Being taught by Ashella is quite the milestone.
No shit, right? Oh, I got the ASI. That's cool.
I guess. I mean, do we just try to lay low and move forward with what we were doing, what we were planning to do?
Yeah, I still have all the things I need to do, and you said you had your tasks and errands.
We had some errands out of Lastar and the Burning Forest in the immediate future, so
Yep.
Just be safe and keep an eye on, you know, We're an eye behind you, an eye over your shoulder. You know you can reach me quick enough, and I'll try and keep an eye out in case if there's anything urgent.
Well, hopefully we don't. I'm certainly not going to be trying to bother you whenever we get into a bind. But if
Yes,
it
please
seems,
don't do that.
but if it seems dire, like a champion, or hopefully not. God, hopefully not.
Yes, please stop
But
with that.
we are 2 for 2 so far, so
Sidebar above table real quick. Can you guys hear the music that's playing from my phone?
I can.
No, I
Okay.
cannot.
Just trying to soothe the baby so he's being less obnoxious, but I don't want to play trademarked stuff if it's going to interfere with the sound and also get us in trouble.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I did want to make a trip back into the city, stock up on supplies. I've got a couple spells I wanted to try and look
Every
around
episode
for.
is a shopping episode. You were going in the desert next week, Hunter. You're
He
just going
loves
to a desert.
shopping.
There's no more shops. That's what's going to end up happening. Not a single shop is going to be available in the world soon. They're all going to be like, we don't want your kind, the magic kind. Sure.
So we
Teleport
probably
you guys
should.
to Last Star. You guys find yourself within the streets of Last Star, and she's like, I do have a multitude of appointments and arrangements to do, so I am going to get to those as we're continuing to try and find out as much as we can about Skybreaker and everything else in the meantime. I will come back to you once I have more leads on that, and we will continue forward with sorting through everything that has happened.
Okay. I'll look to the group.
And she teleports away. You guys now find yourself inside the city of Last Star. It's bustling and joyful. The day is bright. The sun is out. It is a great day in the land of Last Star. It is normal temperatures. There's no weird lighting stuff happening at the moment. It's great.
It's earlier in the day at the moment, correct?
Yeah, you guys were. It's noon.
Yeah.
You met her at noon. It's noon. It's not
Yeah.
early in the day. Nope, it's noon.
Um,
Early for us.
I did buy some extra potions, by the way. I've got 2 spare potions of healing. If anybody else wants to hold on to one.
I will take one. I've used mine.
Yanu, show?
I'm just so engrossed by the spell.
I'll take it.
Alright, just to have something to hold on to.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do?
I mean, if we just take a quick trip over to the industrial district, I want to go see if my goggles are done, and then we can set out, and I can maybe pick something up later this evening or in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Goggles are done. You can add those back to your inventory. What else did you want?
No longer broken. What I'm saying is I don't have any, there's things I want to do, but I also don't want to lose the rest of the day for making progress towards the forest.
All right. So you guys going towards the forest?
Should we get Show's weapon first?
That would probably be a very good idea.
I don't want you to get caught with your pants down and your blade dull again.
Yeah, I didn't even have a blade beat though. But yes, definitely.
Oh, and while we're at that enchanter, I want to
Mm-hmm.
show the blueprints that I had developed in last session to them and just kind of give a feel for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know something like this is probably going to be very expensive. I do already have this magical dagger. There's nothing terribly special about it. It's just a standard +1, but just as a baseline, you could maybe borrow some material to help defer some of the cost.
Ooh.
Just wanted to give you the plan. I know this is going to take a while, and I'll return for it eventually. But ballpark, what do you think something like this is going to cost?
I'd say... Be quiet. This will cost maybe... $200 gold pieces to make.
Oh, if that's it, I'll cover it now. I will pay in full because I trust you. And
Terrific.
I will be back to retrieve it in a few days, few weeks. What do you need?
I'd probably need about a week to complete this one, but...
I'll be back in a week. If it's more than that, don't worry about it. All right. Thank you so
Especially
much.
Providing that dagger itself goes a long way.
Fantastic. I'm glad to be of help. This is going to be a fun new toy.
Yes, it will be. I hope you have a lot of great uses with it on your adventures.
I hope so.
Did you get the fruits yet? Or are you
Uh,
heading out?
no,
shortly?
actually. We are going to be heading out to get that right. I think today, actually.
Oh, exciting.
We had to take a little detour, but it's right next on our priority list.
Certainly. Do you need your item back?
Nope. Do you
Not you.
need it?
Show.
Oh,
Talking to
sorry.
Show.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I was a little shocked that you just sort of left without it last time. So
I think I was just so excited to have potentially worked on that it just slipped my mind.
it's completely understandable. I've been there. It's happened multiple times with other clients too.
Right. So was it really that surprising then?
No, I was trying to be nice. All right, what?
Yeah, no, look, you can you could just be honest. It's fine. I
It's
appreciate
okay.
it.
Well, I will
We're
now
excited to
move
go.
on.
We're actually gonna go try to get those fire fruits.
Oh, that's
So
terrific.
yeah, yeah, can't. Yeah. That's precisely why I can't keep him away from his medicine. That would just be cruel. No, like we
Yes.
do now.
Yes, Well, thank you. Yes, indeed. I think
You're welcome.
I need to make sure he hasn't wandered outside his room again.
Yeah. Good luck with that. We'll hopefully be back soon. Have a good day.
You too. As you guys, she follows you out to the door and locks behind. You can hear behind being like, "You locking the doors again, aren't you? You can't catch me!" And you hear just like,
Oh, man.
please, master. Yes. You just hear the pitter patter of greasy little gnome feet.
All right. I think that's all we need. I'm ready to go. If you're ready to go, let's go track Faith and Ganu down in Anfirth, and we'll be on our way, right?
All right. So the group of you are gonna go travel to the Everburning Forest.
That's
The Western
direction.
Everburning Forest.
The Western.
Take you like 2 days journey to get there. Yeah. Take you about 2 days to get there, maybe. Given the road,
wait to-
given the conditions. What's that?
Okay. I was gonna say I can't wait to get hunted down by fire fruit. Turns out they're a bunch of fiery fruit assassins, and they don't want people picking them.
Each champions of Pyrock level 89 CR ratings is what you meant to say, but I can
Yes.
understand. You were looking for an easier fight these days, and I'm
Yes.
my patience grows thin with you. Over the course of the 2 days, just give me survival checks.
I'll do
Party
it.
wide.
One person or all of us?
One person.
I'll do
Definitely
it.
getting it. He is the most adventurous.
Okay.
He's definitely leading the way.
I should take expertise in survival just to spite you.
17. That wouldn't be
Why?
You make it there.
It's a waste.
Just fine. In 2 days' time, you have the right path in front of you. You pass merchants coming in and out of Last Star, and as you guys approach the West Burning Forest, the heat itself gets maybe 10 to 15 degrees cooler by the time you get right to the edge of the forest. Over the course of those 2 days, you guys talk and see the people around in the local areas and some of the grasslands that are before Last Star. Getting to see Last Star in the distance is really quite a sight to actually see like the floating cities above it now, where you have a clear shot before you came in through the mountainside. Now you just get like a beautiful look at the horizon, and it's just something proud to take in.
Wow, we were just there.
Yeah.
Yep. You can roleplay that if you want.
No, that's okay.
All right,
Sorry,
moving
I
on.
didn't mean to interrupt your
Nope, you're
description.
You're good. No, it wasn't. It was fine. I heard that. As you guys get close to the Westburn Forest, you notice that there isn't like what you would expect. This is clearly magical fire. If it's never going out, it also is not producing the byproducts of carbon monoxide and smoke like a fire should. It is just all these endlessly burning trees inside here, inside the forest. The bottom of the floor of the forest floor that you can see is littered with all sorts of ash on the bottom of it, and I'd say a multitude of different interchanging bushes, twigs, and all of them have fire burning on a fair amount of it. But it's like, I would say it's a cross between what you would see on what you're used to with snow bear covered trees, but all of them have these magic flames on them that are just glittering. And it's a weird juxtaposition because it's like these all look kind of like dead trees, but yet they're all teeming with the life of fire. Do you guys enter the forest?
Yes.
Nah, we just turn around. Oh.
Okay.
We have since had long rests.
Yes,
it's been a 2 day
everybody
journey.
gets long rest. Yep. So you also lose your exhaustion point, Joe. You guys were ambushed in the night over 2 nights and no one got their rest, and your DM hates you.
I run up to a tree and see if I can climb it.
All right. As you run up to the tree,
Yeah, no.
give me an athletics check.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Felix is sketching a drawing of one of the fruits
15.
and the
15.
trees.
Easily. You're able to jump up the tree with great ease. You're tall. These are simple to climb. You've lived your life in a jungle. Are you joking?
These.
Your hands are burning. You're on fire. Holy shit. The trees are on fire. They're hot. The trunks are really hot. Holy
Had a feeling.
shit, they're hot. You take 5 points of fire damage. That was really high.
Hello.
How close am I to the top of the tree?
Hello.
You're only like a third up the current tree, and they are varying sizes. You want to go higher?
How tall are the trees?
They vary from around 8 feet in height to as tall as probably 25 feet in height.
Oh shit!
Oh,
How tall is
okay.
this one?
This one we'll say is about 17, 18.
Okay.
Just your average fire tree.
I'll go up a little higher and see if I'll see if I can get a fruit. I want to get a fruit that's really high up.
Okay, that's another 5 points of fire damage.
We'll
Are
tell
there
again.
even fruit on this tree?
Go ahead and make a perception check to see if there's any fruit on the tree.
I absolutely love this.
Oh, that's a natural one for it too.
18.
Genu, as you're burning, you notice there are not any fruits at the top of this tree, but you're a genius. at the tops of some of the taller trees, that is clearly where the fire fruit is located. But you notice this just in time where you see a fire elemental monkey sitting on a tree lift its hand as Faith calls up and it's like, hey, is there any even fruit up there? And just yeet a big old chunk of fire poop right into Faith's eyes with that natural one as you take 1 point of fire poop damage. I need to
Yay, fire poop.
Oh my.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was
I
amazing.
believe
Yeah.
this is what I've been dying for. Let's see
The fire poop damage.
this song. I'm pretty sure it's ridiculous. Okay. As the first one makes contact, you see more and more fire monkey elementals appearing by all the trees, looking around at the fruit, and you just start see them go like, and each of them start taking out flaming fire poop. That some themselves even have like basket weaves, like from a basket weave,
A weaved basket?
yes, holy stroke, a weaved basket, thanks to Slexia, full of just flaming turds as they're just staring at this group. It seems like this might be a national pastime of the monkeys. Is whenever people come by, they throw their flaming turds at them. As is with
Excellent.
tradition.
Of course.
What are you guys doing?
Gonna wipe whatever that is off my face.
Okay, does an 18 hit?
That does hit.
You're immediately hit with another one in your eyes. You take one
The
point of
precision.
damage. Another one actually missed really badly. One was a natural 2. But 2 of them immediately throw as soon as it gets out of your eyes. Faith gets pelted again, and one misses Faith, who is the one who did the shouting first. It seems like they're only hitting Faith. Yanu, you take another
Oh, I'm getting out of the tree.
1 point of fire damage on your way down then.
Okay, that's not too bad then.
And now you're out of the tree. And
Yep.
you see all the monkeys looking at you guys. What are you doing? As like you get down from the tree, you now notice like all the ash, like that you like your feet get stuck on the bottom, and all there's soot now on the bottom of your shoes, Ganu, and just giving a little lay of the land of the texture of the entirety of the area. It's a strange sensation between like the sturdiness of the trees and then just the complete like disappears in ash under your hands all on the floor. Yeah, and your hands are definitely covered in ash. Like everything has a layer of ash to it. Like when you go into a fireplace.
Okay.
I'm gonna point in the direction of all the monkey sounds. And I'm gonna cast Silent Image.
Okay.
And just a cloud of golden fog just in a 15-foot radius just erupts and obscures their vision of us.
You got it. Does an 18 hit?
Still hits.
From the tree opposite you, not where the illusions are, you have noticed another column of monkeys has appeared and hits you in the face with another point of 1 fire poop damage.
I'm getting very tired of this.
Guys, I saw fruit over there.
Canu does an 8
How
hit.
tall is that tree?
What's up?
Does an 8
How tall
hit.
is the tree?
Ganu does an
People-
8 hit. The tree
Oh,
is
okay.
26 feet tall.
Okay. People were talking at the same
It's
time and I
fine.
got nothing.
No problem. No problem.
8 does not hit.
A plethora of flaming poop goes towards Ganu, who immediately knows the sounds now already. Seeing as Faith keeps getting pelted, he just goes behind a tree, and it just smacks all into the side of a tree. 15? Does a 15 hit you? Ganu?
I believe it does. Yeah.
You take 1 point of fire poop damage as the same ones that were flanking the group now from the other treetops, since you guys went into the forest. The other ones are completely disillusioned right now and have no idea where everybody went, and they're just sort of chucking poop wildly through the illusion, and it's not hitting anything.
I want to herd the group forward to the tree Ganu is pointing out.
Okay.
And as an action, I would like to take the dodge action.
Okay.
So they're throwing at disadvantage to hit me.
Okay. Will that stop an army of angry fire elemental poop monkeys?
I hope so.
That was a natural 16 to 19. That's a nope. As you take the dodge action, you accidentally faith dodge right into another 1 point of flaming poop damage from the fire elementals as they are loving it. They are laughing. They are falling down onto the ground, onto the floor. Some of them rolling around the ash, knocking up clouds. Some of them have grown bored and have gone away. Other ones are just slapping their hands together and being like, we need more baskets. Another one's like, oh, I think I'm running out, as it dumps out another like 5 onto the ground.
What I'd like to try and do is, once I'm at the tree, send my mage hand up. It can go up to 30 feet away to start to grab at least one of the fruits and try to bring it down.
Yeah, you could try and do that. Go ahead and make a concentration check. So a constitution check. I know it's not a concentration spell. Is it? Is it actually?
It is not.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But this is for a concentration check for the sense of you're focusing on your mage hand as they whip poop, a flaming elemental poop at you.
14.
14.
Can I do the same thing?
Yeah, go for it.
Thanks.
You have to do the same thing as well. They're
I
doing really well.
wild shape into an ape and climb the tree.
Okay, you do. Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
I only got a 10.
10. So both fail, unfortunately. You both get whacked right in the eyes as your 1 point of fire damage to both of you. Adds another they got the aim of natural 15s and 17s for days. It looks like these apes these fire elementals are well practiced and have been doing this for a lifetime. It seems like this is a common occasion, and you're also understanding why probably Lee-Cat made you come here to do this, as this is annoying, but not life-threatening, but annoying. What'd you get for your intimidation check?
17.
17. What is happening tonight? Okay, that's a natural 19.
Are you okay?
Not tonight, apparently. Something's wrong. Something's off in the dice tonight.
A meme roll.
Yeah, when it comes to memes, man, it's all it's Undertaker,
that's
rest
right.
in peace.
Back to the main story.
Yeah.
4, 6.
The party destroys the big bosses, but then gets destroyed by memes.
Apparently.
And doors.
As you come up as an ape, you see the rest of the monkeys start going, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa," and they call out. You hear them go, "Ah, ah, ah." And then as you start getting up towards the top, you now see a flaming ape peer its face over with the big fucking frown looking down at you, and you just see it go like, and it pulls out a bigger turd than you've ever seen pulled in your life.
Yeah.
16 hit?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me a... so you're going to take 2 points of fire poop damage. And I need you to give an athletics... No, what would it be? It's a saving throw. Dexterity saving throw to not get knocked right off the tree and onto your friends.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, not a problem. You know what? Half that damage to one fire poop as you are able to dodge out of half of it as they're clearing their eyes and it just smacks Faith in the face again the other half. As you are now trying to go up the tree, the two of you, would you like to try and do your mage hands again?
I would, and I'd like to call out that at this point, Annaforth would probably step forward and try to intercept some of these poops for me
He
to...
would, but he's not here right now. He's in fact disappeared. It's like he's not even here. What happened to Anfort that would be blocking you? He would be, but he's actually fascinated as he's like, hey guys, like Araxis doesn't like this fire force for some reason, and he doesn't want me to come in. I don't understand what's happening right now. I'm sure you've got this. And you just hear Araxis being like, I'm not going in there. Fuck that.
God
Fuck that.
Damn it, Annaforth!
You're not going in there either.
That's a 19 Constitution saving throw.
Let's see if I roll natural 20. That's an 8. You're good. All right, the two of you go. So can you go 30 feet in 6 seconds?
Yeah, you can move it 30 feet during a round.
Yeah. So then the two of you go up all the way to the top, past the two apes looking at one another, and go up, and you're able to find two fruits and grab them. Ape Ganu, what do you want to do?
Start picking fruit.
You got to get past the fire ape in front of you first.
Oh, I have to get past him?
Yes, he's blocking your way up.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Okay. Okay, mister. I'm going to attempt to knock him out of the tree.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, you can do it, Ape Ganu, and I'm gonna give you Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, how much is that?
D6?
D6.
Probably.
So
We'll
strength
go with that.
contest? Strength contest?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
That'd probably be like a modified shove action,
Shove
which
action.
is the same as a grapple check. But
Yep. Oh, wow.
so athletics versus their athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, so I'll use my athletics, which is a 23.
You go up and you see as he's frowning, he goes to reach up for another poop, and you just grab his hand and yank him over the side, and you see him go like, like Donkey Kong. All the way to the bottom of the tree, and to your two friends who have just grabbed the fruits up there. I need you two to give me dex saving throws, both Faith and Show, as a giant flaming elemental ape is now falling onto the two of you.
Oh, okay, that's an 18.
You dodge right out of the way. Does, though, a 14 hit, Faith.
14, yeah.
You dodge right out of
Wizard.
the way, right into another poop
7.
from another one. You do not dodge out of the way. So you take 1 point of fire damage, you get out of the way, and you're like, ha! Yes! And then, boom, poop right in your face. Show, you're like, oh god, no, Ganu, and just Donkey Kong goes on top of you for 1 point of bludgeoning damage and 6 points of fire damage. Okay, that's the thing of evening out life there.
It's okay. I'm gonna absorb elements on that fire damage.
Oh, so he is.
So just
Let's see how much I absorb. 4.
Nice.
So I only take 2. Yay.
Lovely. All right.
It's like shield, but for elemental damage.
Awesome. All right.
So now that he's out of the way, I'm going to move up.
Yes.
And just so you know, as an ape, my climbing speed is equal to my walking speed or running speed.
Amazing. You'll take 5 points of fire damage in ape form, just because the trees are still on fire and you're going all the way to the top now.
Yep,
But now you see a nest full of all these fire fruits up here.
I'm taking all of
There's
them.
an abundance of them all, and clearly a stack. As you're taking a whole bunch of them, you can see there is like a bunch of little baby like ape elementals in here, being like, oh,
What are they, a bird?
no, you see the birds above, where there's these long-billed crane-looking things that are looking down, being like, As you're taking their fucking fire fruits.
I'm taking these fruit, man.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Okay.
So there's one group that's distracted by my illusion, the other group that's throwing at us.
Yeah.
I want to shoot an Eldritch Blast as an intimidation tactic to try and break the branches that they're on.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check. Show, go ahead and... Well, you can just get out from underneath the ape. As soon as the ape hits the ground and lands on you, he gets up, he's like... and just immediately starts running away into the forest, panicked.
So, I am frustrated, so I rolled my inspiration here. That is... No.
Oh, good, the other way.
That is a 26.
You shoot the Eldritch Blast into the tree and thinking, like, that'll show them. The entire tree collapses, all the, like, branches, and all the monkeys would be like, and they're just running, they're throwing, the shit's flying everywhere into the air, and you can see flames catching onto it, and just, it's a mess. And as the poop's hitting the ground, you can see there's, like, these flaming, like, beetles coming over, and then they're pushing the poop. They're rolling up the poop that's been put under the ground. And you can see they got, like, oh, you didn't even notice there was all these beetles here because they were walking around in all the ash on the bottom of the floor. And you successfully scare off quite a lot of them. But with that tree coming down, the ones at top to you are now trying to steal those fruits that you now have in your ape hands. And they're... And so I need you to try and sleight of hand check to keep away the fruits from the heron, the long-billed heron crane fire elemental made-up creature that's attacking you. Don't you dare check what species it is. Whatever species it is, you don't know it. Fuck you.
It's a fire elemental. It's
Thank
just
you.
shaped like something
Elemental
else.
in the shape of a crane-like entity.
This is why you're here. You're the best. You're the best bailing me out there. You're muted, so I have no idea what you're saying, Ryan, though I hope it's good news.
I was saying I decided to use my inspiration just as a precaution.
Real shit.
And that's
Real
going-
shit, this encounter.
This is a breath of fresh air.
21.
21?
21.
Absolutely. As it comes down, you literally, like, bitch smack the crane's face. It's like, ah!
Out of here.
It flies away. The other one flies away. You see the apes go, and the baby one's like, as they're just miserably sad right now as you're taking all their fruit. You're walking down with, I'd say, 15 fire fruits right now.
I'm going to. How many baby apes are there?
There's 3 up there right now.
I'm gonna put one fire fruit in front of each one before I go down.
Make a animal handling check.
Ooh. Okay. 15.
You're able to put it down, and as you put it down, you now realize 3 babies. That was probably Dad. Where's... And as you turn your head, you just see an even bigger fire elemental twice the size behind you. Just staring at you right now. You feel like you're inside the no-fly zone at the moment.
Yeah, I'm climbing down. Actually,
It watches you as you climb down. We said actually what?
there is something I could do, but I don't need to if it just lets me climb down.
It's watching you climb down. If
Yeah,
you make...
so I'll
All right.
hold off.
All right. It rejoins its children as you climb down and you take another on your way down. Wow, jeez, what is the dice type? 6 points of fire damage from the tree.
6. Jeez.
This is average, should not be this high. This is ridiculous.
I got
Damage.
5 like 3 or 4
You did.
times.
You did. The dice are against you all tonight. I don't understand it.
Jeez,
But
you
here
said
we
6?
are. Yeah.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Taking so much damage.
Well, you're still upright and still in your form?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then we're good. There's no problem. I don't have to feel guilty. Don't make me feel guilty. We're having fun.
No, I can heal myself too if I need to.
All right. So, as you climb down, Faith, you have one, and Sho has one, and Ganu
You
has
have
15.
12.
15.
12, because he left 3 behind.
He has 12. You're right, because he left 3
I have
behind.
12.
Thank you.
In an act of good faith to the monkey children. The
Monkey
elemental
children will
children.
remember this.
I am a druid, so.
Mhm. All right.
Let me get
all
out
you-
of here. Nobody says anything, so I just turn and start power walking.
I'm an
out of the
ape.
forest.
I can't speak.
Sorry, the
That's
sounds of
enough
flaming
for
shit
you.
were.
Faith.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So
I have the
another
constitution of a wizard.
just one more poop right as you turn and go to walk away, right in your face. As he just gets slammed as the last one from the other tree's like, ah! And then runs off into the trees going one from one. And you just see, as you turn around, saying there, a individual that is a small little, it looks like a halfling, but an elemental halfling just sort of standing there looking at your group.
I just give him a little glare, and then walk away.
He goes over and slowly goes towards the ape, and he goes,
Can I address him in primordial?
"You can, yes."
I'll just say, hey, everything okay?
You hear back in primordial, "Can I get one of them fire fruits?"
You just want one?
I got a banana.
Uh,
As he holds up a fire banana.
I'll toss some fire fruit in exchange for the banana.
You now have.
I'm trading for the banana. I will push Sho out of the way if I have to. I'm getting this banana.
Just fall onto the ground. I'm like, what the hell?
As soon as the banana appears, as he's slowly like, okay, kind of putting the banana out for like fire fruit for banana, immediately you shove Sho over and take the banana, and he's just like, fruit, give me the fruit first. As he
And I
like,
give him
tosses
no.
it to the
I'll
side.
give him a fruit.
Yeah. And you see he just runs away as he runs into the forest. You get the sense this might have been like a fire goblin equivalent.
Um,
I'm ecstatic about this trade.
just gonna stare again, like, what the fuck, dude?
You now have a fire banana.
Why did you clothesline me?
You're just looking at an ape holding a fire banana.
Of course
and a
I am,
handful
of course
fruit
I am.
As it just
The
stares at you.
greatest.
The realization dawns on me that he's a fucking ape with a banana. So I can't.
It was for comedy. You have to understand.
I want you to hear the loudest Donkey Kong stinger sound in your head right now from the Mario Party games. I'm just like, whoa, whoa! Whatever that sound is. You're looking it up. I see it. That is what is playing in your head right now. It's not actually what was the sound that was made, but like, that's it. Or like in Smash Brothers with the eyes. That where his eyes are way out, and that was the other guys when he got knocked out of the tree. He got pulled out. That was the brand of fire apes that are in my world. Basically, it's all
monkey
Donkey
business.
Kongs.
They're all donkey.
They're all Donkey Kongs and Diddy
I-
Kongs.
I want to go up to
They all have
Annapurth.
ties on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll leave it now.
Flaming ties.
Yes.
I want to go up to Annapurth.
He's outside the forge quite a ways, which you haven't made it out yet.
Okay, I'm walking. I'm stalking my way towards him. I
You
am.
are. But as soon as we leave the forest, the music has to end, and I don't want it to end.
Ah.
Are there any low-hanging fruits that I could like snag on the way out? No,
No.
they're all up high.
That's the challenge of the.
Is there any kind of like doofus animal that's like has a bunch of them in its arms, like, and it's either flying or like jumping from tree to tree?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay. I gotta use real dice for this because I'm feeding my son. My perception is +3, and I rolled 13, so that's a 15.
Yeah, you actually see in the panic, there's a whole bunch of the herons are trying to take whatever fire fruit they can and running away, and one of them is over, like, you can clearly see nested up top, and because the flames are see-through, you can clearly see its nest full of all the fire fruits over there, and it's just like, and it's eating one right now, and you can see like there's like 2 or 3 next to him.
Okay, let me. I cast sleep on him.
What is it? Just health points?
Yep. Let me.
Total pool of health, HP.
5d8 total.
He's asleep. Forget it. Don't even roll it.
Excellent. And I rob him blind.
He dies.
No, yeah, actually, unfortunately, the dice keep rolling today. You hear him be like, he throws it up in the middle of the air, and he's like, ha! As it gets stuck, you put him to sleep as it's going in his throat, and he knocks the nest over, falls the complete 20 feet to the ground, and hits the ground.
It would wake up.
5 points of bludgeoning damage kills it. So
wait, can I cast Featherfall?
no. You can't. You've already done enough.
You've done enough.
Do I have a split second before it dies to reach my hand in his gullet, take the fruit out, and go?
I mean, you have all the time you want to take the non-eaten fruit out of his gullet. The other 3 are down there too. It knocked over its entire nest.
There's
just
3 more.
I will rob it blind. I will rob it dead, apparently.
Yep. You guys see Matthias murder a fire elemental and take its fruit.
So that was 3 fruit?
He gets 4 total.
He gets 4 total.
Because he took one out of its mouth.
That one's for you.
I just reach right up in there and just... I gotta, like, crawl halfway in.
Oh.
Yeah. I participated. Hooray. Alright, do we have all the fruits that we need? Has everybody got everything? Everybody okay?
Pretty sure we said we needed like 3, and we got 17 fruit and 1 banana.
Excellent. We'll sell some to the bakers.
What's the what? It's a fire banana, isn't it?
Yes, that's a fire banana.
Yeah, I was like, so it's special. It's not just a regular banana.
It's true. Do you want? You know what? I'll leave it right now.
Unless it's an illusion.
It's not a illusion. No,
He's
you have a
holding the
fire
bottle by
banana.
himself.
Oh.
Oh,
All
my
right.
heart.
You're ready to leave?
Are there any other easy targets?
No.
Okay, then we can leave. You have my permission.
I'm gonna walk up, frustrated, to Annafirth.
Mm-hmm.
What's the cleanest spot on his body right now?
He's basically clean all over. So like his face, obviously. He's got his little helmet on though. Whatever.
I'm sure he'd have like a clever little quip as he'd walk up to me covered in shit, basically.
Yeah.
And like I go to wipe it off as he's saying that, and then I just slap it on his chest.
Nice.
Araxis is just laughing on the ground.
And then
enjoying
staring him in the eyes, I cast prestidigitation on myself to remove all the poop. But don't remove his.
He just acknowledges it. Mm-hmm. Luke is just like, well, if I was here, I'd defend myself, but I'm just going to take this. He also notices in the background more flaming poop just being tossed haphazardly in the air, nowhere's close to your group, like, get out, stay out, like behind your group as you're leaving this side of the elemental forest. You guys have now succeeded in the highest CR rating encounter I've planned for
Reed finally gives us Reed finally is able to give us a level appropriate quest.
Right?
challenge.
Hey, go get these fruits. That's it.
And then the champion of the fruit god!
This is like a level 2 WoW quest.
Ask you for a discount on groceries. All right, so what do you guys do?
Make our way back to Last Star, deliver the fruit.
Go ahead and make another survival check in for the next 2 days.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna give him guidance for this.
Ooh. Oh man, I don't need it, but
give him.
oh my god! All right.
I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration too.
Oh man,
it
I
up.
hope. Hang on. Let's see what happens.
Make him.
Oh my god!
He really knows the path that we already took.
Guys. Okay. I'll add my modifier later, but I rolled a 19.
Oh
Excellent.
my god.
I rolled a 4 on the D4,
Uh-huh.
and I rolled a 6 on the D6.
Yeah!
This is why
We
you
broke
always
30!
roll. This is why you always roll.
Okay, so that's so that's 29 plus 6, so 35.
Hell yeah. We know the shit out of this trail.
35 survival check. That was so necessary.
Roll D100.
Ooh.
Whoa, okay. That's exciting.
Oh shit. He's getting stuff. Oh, his camera. Lost signal.
We
Feels bad,
juiced
man.
you up enough for potential rewards.
I reached like omniscient levels of awareness of the
You
world.
instantly know the entire geography of Lastar.
A squirrel pooped there 4 years ago.
Right there. That spot. Okay. I rolled a 49.
Okay.
Your camera went out, Reed.
You take that back.
I'm sorry.
You
can take that back.
bastard.
I have no idea why it does this. It's this new weird thing where if I move sometimes, it'll just turn off. That's not good.
It's a weak connection, maybe?
No, it's not the cables. It's typically actually everything. I have like constant static discharge, and it will cause everything to blink on and off. Oh, come on, what do we do?
I am the only one who gets electrocuted in my house. Emily somehow avoids static all the time, unless I'm the one who gives it to her.
Why
Is
are
that
you
the
getting
baby?
electrocuted?
It's I just like to play with hot wires in my free time. I'm hoping for a Cole McGrath type situation.
God, I wish.
Ooh, I want it.
But no, it's just really dry up here, so there's a lot of static.
Got it.
It's bad. Like, I'll go to open my mini fridge, and like, I can feel the spark go like down my spine. I'm like, oh my god,
Jeez.
why is this so intense?
I think you have some electrical issues, bud.
Yeah, I think I do too. At my
It's my
office.
clothing, dude. I have something similar,
Yep.
but it's like I'll just be at like my desk or whatever, and I'll just go to like open the fridge, and I'm like, ah, wow, what just happened?
Yeah, it's
This-
really intense.
This happened a little while, like over a year ago. It's happened a couple times actually, but the first time it happened was over a year ago, and I have these like pajama bottoms that I wear that are really staticky.
Yup.
And there was one night where I lifted the sheets and readjusted,
Whoa! Big
Oh,
Reed!
hello.
and my
What?
knee scraped along the blanket, and I just saw fucking fireworks
Oh my god.
of the static electricity from my pants and the sheet. It like lit up. It was bright.
Oh, I've done that many times where I just
Isn't it
like
cool?
the lights go on in the middle of the night when I'm
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah. I
was like,
polo shirt
whoa! I was like,
absolutely
holy
love.
crap.
I can't wear because I gotta like decharge it. I don't know. I know that's a thing. It's definitely got like some sort of charge on it, and it needs to get decharged because it's just no matter what. Like I put it on, and all my hair stands up immediately, and I'm like, oh.
Dryer sheets?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's probably it. Dryer sheets will probably do it.
Yeah, yeah, but it's super cool. I was shocked the first time it happened.
I like long Reed. This is fun.
This is the future. Trust me. I
This
just
is
set up
the
the overlay,
future.
so here we are. It still sort of works. No, it doesn't. I hate you. You fucking sick of me. Get within the bounds.
Oh, you're all happy now, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Happy sounds instead of screaming sounds.
It's because we got all the fruit.
Yeah.
We got more than enough fruit for a while.
I wonder how
enough
excited
for
she'll
now.
be with the amount of fruit we got.
Yeah, I wonder if she's
Well-
able to preserve it.
Where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Right.
7,
49.
8, 9. Pick a number 1 through 9, Ryan.
1 through 9?
Yeah, pick one number.
1 through 9. I'll go with 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. You said 49?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
As your group is coming
back,
back, you're able to pick up on the trail traveled here, Ganu, and with such an incredibly high roll. You notice it looks like some stuff was left behind by previous travelers, and you end up finding a spell scroll on the ground that you hand to the group.
Oh. Hey, Faith or Show, I found this scroll that looks pretty magical if you want to take a look at it.
Grab it and open it up next to show so we can both look at it.
Both of
It
you can make
explodes.
Arcana checks. Oh, Jesus, fuck, what did I do?
17.
Same.
It is a 6th level spell scroll. And
That's a lot of damage.
fuck it, I love you guys. That was a 35. That was a teamwork 35.
Power of friendship
If
prevails
you don't
again.
do it, I'll just cast Identify in 10 minutes and we'll learn. So it's up to you.
You do that anyway, no, but I'm saying like what you get from the 6th level spell scroll is what I was deciding. And,
Okay. I was like,
you get the
knowledge.
disintegrate spell.
oh shit!
Shows a
what was
threat. Disintegrate.
it? This.
Ganu found a spell scroll to disintegrate. On your way back with that incredible survival check, you were just going through the paths, and you noticed on your way back, getting back in record time, there seemed to be like an entire outcropping of like left behind goods, and most of it's been picked through, and most of it was left behind on purpose trash. But of the trash, you did find a treasure.
Nice. I still gave. I had the 19 and the 4, and then I was like, as soon as that gave me the inspiration, I was like, yo, if I get a 6 here,
Special moments get special rewards. That
I don't know.
perhaps
We are
What?
popping off.
dude.
max
35
roll on both max draft dice.
That is what defines like proper rewards when you get rolls like that. Things happen. Special things happen when you get rolls like that.
That was
You gotta
crazy.
That natural 20 things would have got even more bonkers.
Yeah, I was one off. I had
Right.
19, a 4, and a 6.
You
It's
all
like when I got
level
that
up.
belt of the storm
Crazy.
giant when we
Oh,
got
God.
Yeah. I
Oh,
would
God.
like
the
Belt of the
fucking
Storm
witch's
Giant. Thank you very much.
Roll on a random table again. That's what I need to learn some days, some week.
Your random
I
tables are
have-
fun.
They're so
fun.
much fun to me.
So Ganu, this is a really cool piece of paper that if you
It looks
read
it looks special.
if you read it and don't do that, it will cast a very powerful magic that can disintegrate anything within reason.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. So
I
you
will-
found it.
I will say I don't think this is quite in my ballpark actually, so I'll let you hang on to that show.
It's not even mine. I was gonna say, Ganu found it. You can use it.
Yeah,
as
I mean, he
wishes.
could-
I was just
he could
trying
sell it.
to.
I would
describe
prefer you take it. I think this is more. Like, I don't need it. I'm good. I like turning into apes and stuff.
All right. I'll keep the scroll handy, and we should be dandy.
Oh, that's a wonderful line. I'm writing that down.
I didn't even know.
I like write limericks in my spare time. I haven't.
We should talk. We can bounce ideas off each other.
Hey, you and me, eh?
You
Oh,
could sing, I can
thanks.
play. I've got more of a Shatner thing going on. My singing voice isn't great.
A Shatner thing. That's awesome.
You know, ye old Shatner.
Shit.
Go, Bill. All right, so I guess we're
Yeah.
We returned to Last Star.
bringing these bad boys back.
Yep.
Are they like a sack? Do we have like a satchel or something?
Up
Up to you guys how
Yes.
you want to store them.
I don't know.
I mean, I've got.
They're on fire,
I've got-
right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do they? Number one, do they harm you to hold them?
It
didn't take me
for
damage.
long durations, it does hurt, but the fire's also on the inside.
They're just
So
hot.
we hot potato.
Yeah. So like as long as you don't hold on to it for like more than an hour straight, you don't take fire damage.
Okay. And if we did put it in a bag, would it burn through the bag?
Depending on how shitty the bag is, yes. But most bags could probably hold it if you reinforce it.
Okay.
I find the driest grass that I can find.
No.
Yes. Continue.
Continue.
Please describe what like eating chicken's like for me on most days when I order out.
When
When I get plain chicken, you don't want anything on your chicken. I just want it plain. So you want me to make it as dry and shitty as possible?
That's not what I said. I said I want plain chicken. So
So dry and shitty.
dry and shitty or covered in barbecue sauce.
Like there's no.
What about hear me out? Like
Like
165 to
I would prefer like 180 degrees to cook the center of the chicken too,
and we
and we
call it a day.
So like 250 is what the inside temperature of the chicken should be.
That's a lump of charcoal.
Yeah,
I guess that'll be it. There you go. It'll be $30.
My
dining experience. That's the type of grass you're using for this, and Last Stars no more. It's all burnt to the ground. That's it.
Oh.
You
I was gonna
order the
say.
BBEGs in the end.
It wasn't the cosmic events that were happening in Last Star. It was
thought
just
I was good at telling
it was like the Chicago fires where it was just some lady's cow that kicked over a lantern, right?
Is that what happened?
No, she was that's what was a rumor for a while, but she was exonerated.
Oh, okay.
You know what's a rumor I just learned about last night? That thing about the Dark Knight where the bomb didn't go off and the Joker thing was improv isn't true at all. That's just an internet fake rumor thing. That was all completely planned.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. So.
Although it does feel a little weird for that to be improv, though.
He's just such a good method actor.
Most of the stuff that are improv is really usually just it wasn't originally written in the script, and they go up to him afterwards and it's like, "Hey, I think this would be cool. Let's try it out." Like that's how it was for Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford got super sick, and so he went to George Lucas and was just like, or Steven Spielberg, and was just like,
They were both there.
Can we do it like this instead? Because I feel shitty right now. And they were like, okay.
Did he have like the flu or something?
That's great. What's that?
Or like, didn't he have like the flu?
No, it was worse.
He
He
had
was
like
like
that.
really sick.
No,
Yeah, he had
dysentery.
dysentery.
Oh, it was
that's
dysentery.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those fun trivia facts. Okay, let's keep going.
Anyways.
Justin, we don't do this when you're not here.
I don't know why.
Bring
Bring it out of us.
We
just go.
I don't know what that's. I don't think that's
just
true.
quirky.
Yeah.
I don't.
All
All right,
so
So on the duration of our travels, I would like to just refine my newfound musical talents. So I'm gonna take like the full amount of time just not paying attention to anything other than just like playing music and like the riff we just heard, like that kind of vibe. Just
Okay.
If Matthias is playing music, Ganu will join with his pan flute.
oh, excellent! This is the soundtrack of our adventure.
you
You
two
make performance checks.
Ooh, oh no, I'm not good at these. I think I lucked out last time.
Okay, that's an 18.
8.
Okay. Ganu's playing in a different key, but you make it work. You keep changing
Or modulate.
you're playing, to make him be in tune instead of asking him to follow you.
Excellent.
And it
And it
sounds
I know
sounds
what
pretty
I'm-
good.
Sometimes
it doesn't, but most of the time it does.
Good.
After a few hours of this, Faith.
A few
more
more
hours continues after, and you're like, it can't be more.
No,
And then
more.
no. After a good 4 hours or something,
Yeah.
Faith will finally pipe in and start singing along.
Oh,
Hey.
yes,
Just
yes.
like trying to match it a little bit, but most of the
Yeah.
songs she knows are very like sea shanty style songs.
I have had sex, and it felt so good.
Ooh. And Faith gets a 23 for
Hell
her.
yeah, girl.
Wow.
Her
and
her
her
brother.
he starts doing like low, earthy bass,
thing,
Like more of like a
background.
bassy,
Yeah.
and she does like
The
closer
higher
to like
one.
an alto, not quite a soprano, but
Yep.
That's
And
beautiful.
You guys make an amazing musical.
Not
Not a cacophony. It's a
Harmony,
Harmony.
quartet.
melody.
quartet.
Quartet. That's it.
Thank you.
Quartet.
Thank you.
Quintet.
Okay. What was the first word you said? Cacophony?
Yeah,
Cacophony is
Yeah.
dissonant.
yeah. That's how my
Cacophony is like
dyslexia
random
works.
shit.
It is.
It's
That's
just-
why.
Everywhere.
And but
This would
somehow
actually
my
be a
brain-
quartet.
Yes, my brain went to whatever. It wasn't a quartet. It was a whatever it was. I already
Choir?
forgot. No. Whatever you said the first time. Maybe it
Oh.
was quartet.
I said
What
so.
I'm
Quartet is 4, quintet is 5.
Okay.
That's just the
There you are.
differentiation.
There's
Fine.
just so much delight as soon as they start singing. Just like, I didn't know that you could do this, and this makes me happy.
Surprisingly, we both. I mean, you kind of expect Adderforth to have an amazing voice just because of his appearance,
Right.
but Faith also has a pretty surprisingly really good, like, clear voice. She matches tone pretty well, tone and
Yeah.
pitch.
Matthias isn't gonna like quip about this or anything. There's just like a newfound level of joy and respect in the relationship that he shares with his party.
Joe doesn't do shit.
Except
What
for-
happened, Justin? I feel
Joe-
like you've been
Joe's driving.
cheated. An
Wow, I
entire
had too
campaign
much-
of a board. Yes,
Yeah.
cheated.
Too much fun. So I had to tone it down. He thinks it's beautiful, very nice, but has absolutely no desire to participate.
The
The entire group gets a D12 inspiration die.
Does it layer on top of my other one?
Yes,
This is separate. This isn't your.
Hell yeah,
This
dude.
is
DM
like-
inspiration.
You
You
just unlocked
character synergies. This was like group points plus one. Like
trust level went up an extra level.
This
It's
was-
it's the final
Affinity.
Affinity
level
went
up.
up. There we go.
Fire Emblem. Yeah.
Character
Affinity
affinity
just went up. Just leveled up
there.
there.
That's where you got a free
inspiration to use.
You all
Yeah, you
all
can see
inspire each other with this
absolutely
beautiful time that you have over the next 2 days, sharing and just making up songs and singing by the fires and just enjoying the arts with one another. You don't have to dive deep into all the craziness that's been going on lately. It's like a reprieve, a chance at just relaxing from all the craziness that you've experienced over the past 4 to 6 months.
And
And it's really nice.
You
You get to see the countryside basically of Last Star. The lands are beautiful and well maintained. The people are friendly for the most part. Sure, some are stuck up, but you can even see Starguard as they walk by the location itself and the guards themselves. All the Last Star guards are called Starguards. Spelled correctly, unlike my map. And they walk, with pride and inside their red and silver coloring and armory with like a big star on the front of their armor and on the front of their helmet and an emblem on their chest. They even come up to your group as you're singing one of the nights and they
sing along or clapping along and they share in the same cheer to you guys and share about how much they love the fact that there's goodwill out here in the lands and happy to see travelers doing well. And if you guys see anything, let them know. Just very casual, nice stuff. The interactions you wish police officers dreamed of doing today in America. Being decent. I'll stop. I was about to go real bad. Anyway, And
you guys return
to
last star unless there's anything else you want to do on these 2 days of wonderfulness.
On your way back.
We're just kind of Yeah, we didn't get a card or anything, so I can't do it anyways. Continue.
It's always about you. Main character syndrome I've never seen before.
I was gonna do something, but it's not feasible to do.
So I can't do it. Is what you're telling me. You wasted everyone's
Yes.
time.
Yes. I'm gonna keep wasting time too. Let's go.
Okay.
So we return to the little kettle.
You
You do.
Just dump all the fruit.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Goddess above. You all are terrific.
Wow.
I was very worried that you would not have a way to preserve these, but I figure someone as clever as yourself probably has a way.
Definitely. As she goes to the back and you see she brings forth a basket that has like almost like a heating plate on it underneath and just loads them all inside. And then she goes, "Is that a banana?"
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a fire banana too.
Those are incredibly rare. That's fascinating.
I didn't know if it was needed for you, but
No.
I got it.
Would
Would
you
you
like
like me to do something with it for you?
What can you do with it?
I
could make it so typically I can make it come back to you basically, and you can use it as a weapon.
It's a banana ring.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want this so badly.
Yeah, that's an easy thing to do. I see it all the time in the forest, but I've never gone out of my way to try and get
It's a flame tongue banana ring.
Is it still edible?
No,
No,
God, no, don't.
These
are not for eating. Please tell me you did not eat that banana.
No, I just.
Oh, good. No,
Oh my god, I didn't even think of
No, don't eat the fire fruit. I thought I should have said that. Oh my God. God's above.
It's pretty obvious. It's literally fire. I mean,
These aren't for us.
literally
They're
fire.
I'm really surprised I didn't think about doing that.
I'm really glad you didn't think about doing that.
Me
Me too, because you would have lost out on your fun new toy.
I wouldn't- I
like
wouldn't-
an afternoon.
I wouldn't have eaten the banana. I would have eaten one of the other ones. But yes, I would love a banana ring.
You got it. I'll do that. That'll take me about a half afternoon. This is actually done since you've been gone. And hands back the sword to you, Matthias, because you guys are gone for 4 days.
Oh, this is amazing.
dagger.
Oh,
You see, it is brilliant the way it works. It's exactly as the designs that you want it. And there's just a little bit of extra like little carvings and little etch of just like the little kettles, like almost calling card of just this almost like elven like engravings on it. Very curvy, twisty, and elegant.
Oh, it's beautiful. So what you guys see is it's a slightly elongated dagger with a shorter hilt to kind of create more space on the blade, where there are actually slots, little ring holes that go up the fuller of the blade, and it's kind of slightly curved, and the tip is weighted just a little bit, kind of like a killick is, if you know what that is, but it's smaller than that. Let me see if I can
What's
find
a killick?
It's an ancient sword that is curved like a scimitar, but it's a little bit thicker on the end, so it's weightier and can slice through things more efficiently and hit harder.
Interesting.
I'll show you guys some photos. But it's a beautiful blade. It's going to be very poetic in action. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this. Thank you so much for your hard work.
Thank you for your service, and thank you so much for getting me the fire fruits. This is going to be an absolute big help to me. Did you find any glowstone by any chance?
Nothing out that way.
Okay, just asking. In case on your travels.
I'm gonna take a moment to whisper to the group. What did we promise to get in exchange for the fruit again?
My thing.
Okay.
And she's just waiting basically for it right now, just kind of staring for the group for you to give it back.
Yeah, I'll hand it over.
As you
As
put
you
it
put
on
it on the couch,
he
he
goes,
goes, "This is going to take me a little while to get it functioning, so you have to give me a few days. But if my inclination is correct, I want you to see the start of it." As she goes to the back and brings out a bunch of powders. It looks like it's sort of like glowstone-like powder. As it's all this like it shimmers blue and yellow as she puts it over your item, and you can see prior to putting that all down, she laid out like almost like those paper scrolls that you would see from a lot of Japanese culture. Lays that out, and it has all sorts of painted runes on it.
And lays it in the center of that, and then on top puts your weapon, and then puts all the dust over it. And you can see the rust from the weapon begins to fall away from it, and it like tightens up immediately into like a proper form of what it's supposed to be. So how it's been loose and everything on there. And you can see all sorts of runes show up on it for a second, and then there's only like I'd say a fifth of it. You see the runes stay glowing, and she goes, "I thought so." This is something that was used during the Madrianic Wars of the past. You found something that is quite special, and I can continue to probably upgrade over time to unlock more of whatever its capabilities are.
I'm shocked that I just stumbled upon something so valuable. Thank you for working on it, and I'm excited to see.
Try to work on it. This is exciting.
It is exciting. I'm excited to see, what happens after a few days.
Wonderful things, hopefully. If you find more of some other parts, I can continue to upgrade this, actually.
What's next on your list? Or do you just want to give us all everything at the same time?
We'll go one at a time for right now.
Okay.
I gotta go find the list now. She is gonna help you, so... PC backstories.
Be right back.
How
How dare you? Fuck this guy. Can you believe this guy? I fucking believe this guy. Show. Got all that. There it is. Oh, you stupid fucking idiot.
Am I proficient in fire bananerangs?
You can
Be
now.
now. So you can use it.
No,
No,
you know what? You can practice. You can practice
practice
over the
over
next
the
couple
next
days.
couple days.
Okay,
to get
yeah. Let's do that. I so want Ash and Azurin to see me throwing a banana around and just be very perplexed. I'd be curious what her reaction would be.
Okay, yeah, we are, okay.
Oh,
So if we did that one, so then it's
one
one
of
of
four.
four. So no, you got one of four upgrades already, not one of five.
The
The
next
next
thing I would
need
need is
actually
quite
quite
a
a
task.
task. So it's something to
tread
tread
carefully
carefully with to a degree, but I wouldn't send you there if I don't think you would survive the encounter. Inside the mountain range, north of Lastar, there is a ruin just past Fall Point. It is one of the standing civilizations in Lastar that is friendly and wonderful, and they don't get too much foot traffic out there.
But
But before Fall Point, there was a Land called Aquarius. And the civilization, for some reason, collapsed at some point in the past. And the descendants of Aquarius migrated to Fault Point. And that's thus the founding of its name, Fault Point. If you could go into Aquarius, it is rumored that there are more of these type of as you'll see as she points onto your item here, of these sort of well, they'll look like, and she goes into the back and brings over a bottle, and she's like, sort of like this sort of density and texture to it. As you can see, this excitement in her eyes is turning, but it'll be a more reddish color, and in the inside there'll be inlining of yellow glow to it that actually stays like, and she goes in the back and gets a green one, which actually has like a purple continuing like swirl inside of this other liquid she brings over. This is said to have been somewhere inside many of the stores that the alchemists used to make back in Aquarius' founding. Delvers have recovered some of these bottles in the past, so if you run into someone that has recovered them, that would be just as good, but I don't know anyone who sells those. And, the best place would probably be to go to Aquarius and recover it.
Yeah, I can do that. Or we can do that, I should say, at some point. Maybe not right now, or
Yeah.
immediately, but in our journeys, sure, that's something we could do. I'm certainly interested.
Yeah.
It would sound fun.
Yeah, and it sounds like a good adventure, right, Cannon?
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're going.
Yes.
Maybe not now.
What, right now?
No, not now.
Right now! As he jumps onto a counter in his complete, you can see his soiled diaper that's on right now, gnome hat on, shirtless, and you see her go, oh no. And he's like, aha, freedom! As he runs over towards the door, and he's sprinting towards the door, and she's just like, I mean... And he's leaping up for the turn of the door, and Liket's not trying to stop him. She's just like, oh.
Is he close to the door?
Yeah.
Like close to getting out?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cast a Misty Step and appear in front of him so that he just like falls over as he jumps into me.
Oh! I fell into my poop.
I'm gonna cast.
I want my kitty.
I'm gonna cast
walking into the back.
I'm gonna cast a minor illusion into the back area as he's heading towards it to make the sound of a cat meowing.
He's back. Kitty. As he runs back, trying to find it, and she's just like, please don't tell anybody.
You ever think about hiring like a babysitter?
No, actually, no. I'm more of his caretaker, so it's never really dawned on me for that to be.
I'm just saying if you ever need like a vacation or something, you know?
Yeah. Those would be nice.
You look like you could deserve it. Yeah. That's all.
But I don't mind it. He's wonderful. He means really well. He's just old.
Of course, he's an innocent person. Yeah.
A question: what was the name of that substance again?
Oh, yes, the substance.
In Aquarius?
The substance, yes.
Mm-hmm. The red with the yellow.
The liquid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Surely something so rare and valued would be...
Has a really cool name. Mm-hmm.
Sure
Guys. My new medicine I'm on is like... I was falling asleep while driving today.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to change the timing of when you take it.
Yeah. Well, they told me to take it in the morning because it's supposed to give me energy, and it doesn't do that. So.
And it makes you fall asleep at the wheel. Okay, good.
I'm supposed to sleep better at night, and then when I go to fall asleep at night, it never does. It never works.
Timing.
Nothing keeps me asleep.
Definitely timing.
Yeah. Well, probably fucking work if I take my bed. I'll probably
No, I had to do the same thing. I used to take mine in the morning, and it made me just feel super weird. So I've switched to taking mine in the evenings. I used to it used to give me really bad insomnia
Oh,
when I took it in
Sounds-
the mornings.
Sounds no bueno.
Yeah.
no, I
No.
still
Is it
got
insomnia?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, I've had insomnia for years.
No, but like you took it in the morning and then it gave you insomnia.
The
Right.
theory was that it was peaking later in the day in my bloodstream, so that it was getting me that burst of energy late in the day.
Ah, yes. Blood,
Blood
of course.
Yes.
I've heard of that.
The substance is called red with yellow glow.
Mage
Mage
candy.
candy.
Calling it
Calling
mage
it mage
candy.
candy.
No,
No,
Mage.
but it's a liquid. So, damn.
Candy
mage
can
was
be
a
in
good
liquid
idea.
form.
Liquid?
No, mage liquid's lame as fuck.
You
You
guys
guys want to
call
work with me?
Mage candy can be a liquid.
It
Can candy be a liquid?
How about
Yes.
Duritium. I don't know. Just making shit up.
Iridium?
Liquidium.
Arcanium.
Oh Jesus.
There's tons of liquid candies.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we'll
Then
do.
we'll
Stick with
mage
mage
candy.
candy.
Will be the name of the street of what they call that one in particular.
But the official name.
We'll call it. What
What
did you just call it?
I like the first one you do with the D or something.
Iridium.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, you got it.
There you
That is
go.
what I said.
Iridium with the D in front of it. There we go. We got it.
Yes,
Iridium.
sir.
Known
Known
as
mage candy.
Mage.
Yeah, you got me in that mage candy?
Sounds like a drug.
It does.
Well,
Good.
it is.
This
is,
you know,
where
A spice.
This is
Mage
the thing
candy.
that you need to get. Did you name it yet, Reed? How dare you? You think I'm gonna name everything I write in my notes? Fuck you.
Yes.
I come up with the ideas. I don't need to make them.
They
They don't need labels.
Oh boy.
Oh, do you
You
guys
guys
want to take a break?
We were supposed to do that 30 minutes ago.
Oh, jeez,
Yeah.
would you look at that?
That would be nice.
Take a
Take
break.
a break, go pee, go do
Yeah,
whatever
throw some
you-
stuff in the
it is
oven,
that
you know?
do.
What are we
What are we
doing?
doing?
Recap?
Recap?
You guys
You guys
have
have-
Yeah, we're still in the little kettle.
Yep.
You were doing stuff with show. This.
Yeah,
did
yeah,
you guys
that's
So
decide-
that's just the next
decide on
question
that?
you got.
It came
It came
up
up
from
The mage candy.
I was
I
typing
forgot
up
Pisces, I
the.
already forgot the name. I put it down somewhere. Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Yeah, Aquarius.
From
From the
ruins
ruins
of
of
Aquarius.
the
The ruins
ruins
of
of
Aquarius,
Aquarius, the Aquarian Society.
Like
Um,
just north of Fall Point.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
It's south
It's
of
south of
Thunder.
Thunder Point.
So we're going ruins
Potential
of
mission for the
Aquarius.
future.
Let the sun shine.
All right. Now
I'm sorry. Hold on. What do we need to do at the? I was distracted because I was
we have
creating.
to find this duridium substance.
Find
Yes.
iridium in the ruins of Aquarius.
Mage candy.
Yep.
Yep.
Mage.
It's a
Red liquid
that has
like
like
a
a
constant
constant
twirling
twirling
vortex of yellow in it, but it's very slow.
It's not like
very
very
crazy.
Glowing
It's like
yellow,
when
you
Yeah,
said.
glowing
glowing
yellow.
yellow. It's like when you do the twisting thing and you watch it inside like a soda bottle.
That
just continuously going inside.
The water tornado.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
exactly. Yes.
Fantastic. I'm sorry that I wasn't paying attention. Please continue.
It's fine.
It's fine. No, I'm
honestly,
falling asleep to
no.
myself.
That's fine.
Faith would like to go shopping.
Faith
Faith is
banned.
Alrighty.
What do the rest of you want to do?
Shopping sounds fine.
Fuck. What do you want
What
to
do you
do?
want to do?
Fuck, Candy, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm waiting for my banana ring.
Fuck,
Fuck,
right.
you're right.
Oh,
Oh,
Let me.
let's go shopping.
Hold on.
damn.
We did the Everburning Forest. We have. We did Ashaya for parents. And why did I have black? Oh, never mind. Okay. Collect glowstone at Rustwatch. And then. Okay. Yeah, we can go to. Rustwatch would be probably our next destination to collect some glowstone.
Okay.
I believe. We got a quest from Annette.
No, I wanted to go to Rustwatch.
You wanted to go to Rustwatch.
because that's where my friend Annette
Yes.
is.
Okay, thank you.
And it's right at the edge of the desolate expanse, which is
So we
where
can get
glowstone has
glowstone.
been rumored to be found.
Yeah.
Which sounds dangerous. So
Yes.
maybe that's not next.
I mean, we don't have to go into the Desolate Expanse. We could just go to Rustwatch.
Yeah,
In
we
the
could
ruin.
do that. Let me see.
You haven't checked up on your friends in
ages. You guys suck.
What, like?
Autumn and
Bailey,
Bailey,
you
you
haven't
haven't spoken to them in like a week
That's
and a
true.
half.
Let's.
Week and a half, so we suck. Yeah.
Show,
let
do
them
you
have a
want
life?
Show, do you want to come and check on Bailey? Faith, do you want to come too?
Yeah,
we should
sure.
probably at least see how she's adjusting, right?
I would love to check in on Bay.
I have an errand I need to run first because we've been out a few days. So
Chop a lot. You know that?
Sounds cryptic. Have fun.
well, my mom literally asked me to message her every single day, so I'm going to send a letter to her so that she knows I'm still okay. Because it's been like 5 days, guys.
Here's some paper. Right on my back
All
while
right,
we
have
watch.
fun.
I'm just gonna go to like the transportation district and find like a post office type thing.
Oh, actually, I do have a letter. Can you mail this for me?
Where is this going?
It's going to my home. Just my parents and family. Just
Does it have
Send it
like
off.
an address on it already?
yeah, it's all ready to go.
Okay.
Just gotta drop it in
Sure.
the box. Assuming that's how fantasy mail goes.
No.
No.
But yes,
But
you
yes, you
can
can drop it in a box, but it's not.
So I'm gonna go to the transportation district. and
As
try to
you
fi-
all exit the shop. I need
I
to
need to change the music.
Oh no.
Danger.
Everything you wanted to
Assassins.
do, get rid of it.
Like more assassins at us.
Wow, original read. More assassins.
You want more sessions?
We can't win. I don't have my banana ring yet.
This was like unlocking the secret weapon by everything you've done tonight, Ryan. You unlocked like the super secret stuff, and I'm so happy that you did.
You unlock the Dead Space 2 foam finger.
Yes. Pew 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 pew.
the necromorphs just explode.
Oh yeah, I watched the video.
Bang.
Oh, that's what it is. Bang bang.
But no,
bang.
it's both. Quick,
No, it is.
the fast attack is pew 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 pew. The slower, more damaging attack is bang bang.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
So,
don't crash this
okay.
way. Okay.
What is
As
this?
the
Why is this
group-
scary?
As the group exits outside the little kettle, you see
What's the weather like?
it's bright out. It's a normal day. It's still fine. Everything is really great. Midday, you guys got back into town easy during the day, and everything seems fine. But show you
Me?
feel a terrible darkness in your gut.
My gut?
He
Yep.
is a vampire. Oh no.
Oh.
You
Just
see
describe. Okay.
Tall,
Tall.
lanky,
Like
thin,
pale,
pale, blonde hair, green-eyed, a little bit of peach fuzz.
peach fuzz.
Durtok Honorhorn, who goes,
Oh, it's
Is
him.
that
show?
As he has his
college clothes on, as you can see, is stupid, like valedictorian bullshit and cum laude things. He just walks around with them for no reason. He's not even graduated yet with.
Oh, what a douche. I would say that.
you.
I was about to write that in my parentheses in my notes. Seems like a douche.
Yeah, no, spot on.
Oh, what
as
he
he
saunters
saunters
over?
over?
What have you been up to lately? Doing nothing remarkable in those deserts out there. I have actually recovered a great wand from the old ages. As he holds out a big wand.
And also you see behind him now these small little like halflings come out from his sides and little gnomes, and they're like, you're so good, sir. Oh, God, I wish we could be as good as you.
Oh, yes, entourage today, too. Oh, God.
So boy here. Oh, decided to come back into town. Everything to show for it. I'm eager to see what your discoveries were while you are gone.
What is his attire like? Does he look like he spends exorbitantly on his clothes?
Absolutely.
And, like,
Super
tries to
prep.
look. Yeah.
Super
Okay.
prep.
Super cares about his image.
He's got like gel in his hair way too much.
It is. He is totally just. He is a lot. He's a lot to take in.
Maybe you should get your wand appraised at this beautiful shop here.
I would never do in such a dainty little place like the little kettle.
I only give real wizards look at my stuff.
Of course, yeah. Nothing you ever do is little. Yeah, forgot about that.
No, isn't that right, everyone?
No,
you do the greatest,
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, your little minions are. Forgot about those guys. Didn't even see them. So little.
They are not minions.
Then why are they following you around and clapping?
Because they know greatness.
So when the minions step behind him while he ushers them there, I'm gonna press the digitation, the smell of a fart.
Is that how it works?
You do smell presentation?
You can do a variety of sensory things.
Sensory effects. Yep.
One of them is an odd odor.
Yep.
You know what? They roll really high. It's not your night.
It's okay.
Well, Zenya, is that a new perfume? I think it's a bold choice. A bold choice.
It's like that episode of South Park. They love the smell of their own farts.
Oh, yes. It's just how far up his ass can they go? We'll find out.
They're in there.
I'm gonna turn to Annafirth, and I'm gonna be like, he reminds me of Corinne. And I'm gonna turn back at him. And then I'm also gonna press the digitation, and it's like all of the dust and moisture in the air coalesces on his body and instantly soils all his clothing.
Composure check.
Natural
one.
He
Yay!
does not keep his composure.
0 composure.
I will do you right now! As he just whipped the sum cum laude thing onto the ground as he's soaked. He's just like...
You, sir.
I shall do a doom, Miss dare insult my grandeur! Look here, you vile harpy! I will not be insulted in front of my classmates nor my friends.
Your minions. Yeah, are
Is
you
he,
so much of a high rate mage that you can't even cast a simple, fix for this?
I, of course, can cast a simple fix for this.
I'm just,
I
I gotta look.
himself, and the other guy's like,
See, sir, you could have just did
that.
I'm gonna look him in the eyes and I'd be like, I decline. I don't have time to deal with whelp like you.
Oh.
Of course
Thanks.
you would.
Decline.
You're scared. She's clearly scared and has to rely on childish insults to try.
Oh yeah,
He's like waving that wand around
At,
all
like-
willy-nilly, isn't he?
At
That's
my
okay.
Alright, I'm
At
gonna
my-
wait until he looks away and then sleight of hand it away from him.
God, he should steal it.
at my 5'2",
Make a side hand check. Yeah.
my 5'2", I look him dead in
I'm
the
using
eyes.
my D20 inspiration.
Sure.
I start striding my way towards him with a purpose, like back high and everything, and then I just shoulder check him as I walk past, like not even acknowledging the fact that he called me out, and I just walk past him
28.
like he's an insect.
As you hit him, on the other side, Matthias walks by him, and you steal alone.
I follow fate.
As he
turns around, he's just like, you don't get to just walk away from me. This is... Wait till my family hears about this. This is...
I'm gonna toss my hand, and like a 1 foot silent image appears above my head of just a giant middle finger facing him.
We don't have time to waste on these ruffians. With me, groupie! As they're all like, yes, sir.
As they begin to wander off into the day.
I could have told him.
You
can
add that
wand to your inventory. Mysterious Mysterious ancient wand from the collapse.
That's pretty hilarious.
What
So
a
you're telling
dipshit.
me that I can dual wield a wand and my cool thing?
I'm not-
Ha Hee 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 ha ha. Funny joke.
No one says
Thank
it's
you.
functioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said you should get it praised.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm about to like turn around and walk into the little kettle again.
That was the perfect music.
That was very tense.
It really is perfect.
That
It's like,
it
oh,
worked
it's him.
very well.
I knew you guys. I thought that was gonna be a hit. That one felt right.
It's him. Oh no.
It would show, like, if he tries to do one of us again, I'll totally volunteer.
I don't know if that's necessary. I think
I'd
you can usually duel him with words.
I'd like to see his face when you turned into a bear.
Right? Right? I wanted to do it so bad, but then he walked away. I missed my chance.
I just want to say I know a girl back in Ashaya who is just like him, but not actually in the College of Last Arm.
But it almost makes it worse.
That is
And
worse.
so that was very satisfying for me because she bullied me a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's largely been my
Should-
experience
And
at
I-
college.
I
Should we
stare
go
at
back
the
to
face.
Ashaya and teach her a lesson?
Oh no, she's got like a how much is it?
Oh fuck.
She owes all like 150 plus gold to the library because of me, so that's not a problem.
Oh, okay, so we're good. All right.
Excellent.
Alright, note to self, don't mess with Faith. Or she'll drain your bank account.
Oh, show.
Mm.
If you are interested, here's this wand. You can see if it's actually all it's cracked up to be.
A moment. Why don't you take it in the shop?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Dude, did you steal that right out of his hand?
Oh
Yeah, the
my
guy was a
God.
dumbass. He was waving it around all over the place, practically asking for me to do it.
So
Oh,
awesome!
Matthias, you are my favorite person right now.
That is so amazing.
It wasn't even
You didn't
hard.
even notice.
Like he didn't even. He was practically like letting it go. He wasn't. He didn't have a grip.
trying to duel with it, and you still took it.
His fingers were so weak.
That doesn't surprise me in the least.
All right, so I go into the little kettle.
Oh, back again. Welcome.
Yeah, we just found this little piece right here.
What?
What?
This
You
is
just found that
Yeah, see?
outside.
I know,
I know
collapse
collapse
artifacts
when I see them.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
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 That is.
Bring it
Bring it here. Bring it here.
Absolutely.
Okay. Didn't look too deep into it.
She's cool. She's cool.
She likes us.
She put it on the counter and she starts looking at it and she's like, nah.
She
She goes into the back and she brings out a book and she starts going through pages in one of the history books and finally she opens up a page and you can see an exact copy of the wand that you guys found that has been like sketched into this book. This is wild. It is missing a component to it, but this used to belong to one of the great magocracy leaders of the past. The name Sheehan Glowstorm. He was the leader of which of the five? Let's see if I can find that quick. Probably not with my luck. I hate my notes sometimes, guys.
I
I
wrote
wrote down one of the five.
Which
One
one?
read.
For it.
Take a pick.
Where's the?
Which is the most powerful? I'm pretty sure it was that one.
No, that would be the Kezeret. Actually, the Kezeret aren't the most powerful. They probably would have been the second most powerful of the Magiocracies. The most powerful would have been Annihilated first. That would have been their first point of order. The Kezeret are the most powerful now. Where's lore? Where's lore for the world?
This is
This
where
is where I
I
should put it. No, god damn it, Reed.
Oh.
Cool.
Pantheon, Hells, Lords, Reese's.
Doesn't
Doesn't matter. All right, I have another time.
That's fine.
I will get it to you eventually.
I
I am a massive moment.
Horizon
Forbidden West takes all my time.
You're good.
It is
one of the five Magiocracies that isn't the Kezeret or the Geomancers. It was
Okay.
one of the other three. I can't remember which, but I know it wasn't those two when I put it in. He was an incredibly accomplished wizard, and you'll see as she points towards the bottom, and there's a hole you can see, that there is actually an activation that slides into the bottom that utilizes its full power. But I mean, you get me some glowstone or some mage candy or any of its variants. You could probably, I could get this functioning for you, and it'll work even without the extra components. If you find the extra component too, then it'll be even more powerful. This is an item that belonged to one of the most powerful mages of the past. Whoever found this, this was an incredible find.
You're telling me? That's incredible.
We can get two birds with one stone if we get that mage candy. We can do the sword and the wand.
It's true. Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are great. I like you all a lot. You find awesome things, especially compared to my normal customers. You're fun.
We are certainly an interesting bunch.
We'll find even more stuff at the ruins. They're ruins, right?
Yes. Please bring us back as much as you can. My days are long over adventuring days, but I certainly long for a lot of the past exploration that I once experienced. I'm happy that I'm settled down now, but you're awakening an old part of me.
Just out of curiosity, how much is this wand worth to you?
To me, I
couldn't afford this. This is basically a priceless artifact. This would. I mean, if I had to appraise it, I'm sure someone would pay close to 100,000 gold pieces for something like this because it's ancient. Utility-wise, I don't know if it'd actually be worth that in today's day and age, but just for who it belonged to, it would go for quite a gold piece depending on the mage that wanted it.
Normal folk,
maybe 10 grand. Mage folk, they'll probably start a bidding war over something like this.
It's very good to know. That's very exciting.
Yeah,
that's why I was so excited when you brought it in.
Well, let's go to Rustwatch.
Hey, what does it do now? It's not complete, but what can it do?
Nothing.
It's
you
not
can't do
functional.
anything. It's a stick right now.
Oh, right now it's okay. So it is non-function.
Yeah, you'd be a fool to use it as is.
Okay, I was just curious.
I'm definitely thinking about how this dude was about to dual faith using this unfueled.
I was just thinking that.
Well,
now I really wish I tried to duel him as a bear.
would have splintered in his hand and we wouldn't have been able to use it.
That's.
Now the real question is, do I sell it or I gotta get the heat off me first.
I mean,
We gotta leave the city.
Dude, no, sell it. We need to juice this thing up.
unlock it.
We could do that, yeah.
It'd be pretty incredible.
Wait, so
for us.
what is this part that's missing?
It needs a catalyst component, right?
Mm-hmm.
Such
And
as
it's
glowstone or
basically
mage
like
candy.
a needle-like blade. to finish it completely. We need mage candy to restore basically the enchantments that were once within it and inscribed into it. And then you need what basically is like the classic, like knife and a cane type of situation. Well, there's a much thinner, basically type of like clockwork knife that goes in the middle of this wand.
Is that something
Very thin.
made?
It's razor thin.
What's that?
What's that?
Is that something that we can have made, or do we need to like find the part?
Fine.
This is more like it was specifically magically like a key, just like the failsafe was to Skybreaker. He purposely had a failsafe type of mechanism. You'll see a lot of time with super powerful weapons, because mages don't want other mages to be like, ha! just take your shit, use it against them. Like,
I'm the captain.
So we literally need to find the key to this item.
A needle. It's literally like a needle in the world.
Yeah, okay. I still think we should do it. Wait, so it's still useless if we get the...
No.
It
works like a special kind of wand. It basically is a very rare item if you go get the mage's candy. And it's like a legendary or higher if you go and get...
Okay,
find the needle.
So it's still useful if we don't have the key.
It's extremely useful, and then it goes God tier if you find the needle.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? We can't sell this thing.
Because that's you know how read power bells goes.
It's just like
more now.
Also, just the cool factor. This number one, it's just cool to have. Number two, like, we'll be the crew that has it, and people will talk about it and be like, yo, they got this dope thing. I mean, not that they will tell anybody, but like if it...
I mean, I do think we should hang on to and try to restore it. That sounds like it's
Never thought you'd steal so fast.
Well, you gave me a D20 inspiration that doubled my roll.
That was good stuff.
I was like, I have a feeling Reed had a moment of that. You got there way earlier than you should have. You just stepped into the bag of holes.
The dude was just noodling his stupid hand around.
Yeah.
Well, everyone can see the open, so that's just...
But 28, no one's seeing that shit.
I am the wind.
After a couple big failures, you came up huge tonight, my friend.
That felt good.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Now I do have to go run my errands. So,
yes.
If anybody wants to come with me, I might be looking for some spellcraft material show if you want to join, but otherwise...
I think I have everything I need right now. I'm going... Give me 1 second, let me peer through my spellbook. I might ask you to get something for me. Just see if they have any spiderweb.
Spell called spiderweb?
No, a component material. It's like web of a spider.
Yeah. Certainly.
Thank you. I think I want to check in on Bailey, like what I suggested.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Oh,
you're welcome
before
to
we
join us
go,
afterwards, of course.
I will be back.
Probably will.
A couple hours, right, for the banana ring.
Yes.
All right, I'll be back.
So, do you know where they keep records of archaeological digs?
Yes, that's pretty close to what I do for my major. Yeah. What are you looking for?
Oh, I'm just thinking the needle in the proverbial haystack might be a little bit easier to navigate through if we know where this thing came from.
Yeah.
That's the guy stole from.
Why would I do that?
he certainly knows where it was.
Well, if he's a total dipshit, maybe I'll just read his mind. But we'll save that for later and try the paper route first.
Yeah. Let's see what we can find.
Could you use magic to find it? Be like...
Potentially.
Where in the
Potentially,
world?
That would be a much more powerful spell.
Yeah, I'd have to do a lot of studying to be able to do that.
Okay.
I'm thinking if we can find the general area, it would be feasible to use magic that could be within my grasp to locate it, but we'll see. I mean, this is an interesting trail of breadcrumbs I've just discovered, and it'd be interesting to follow it for a little while.
Definitely. A lot of breadcrumbs lately.
Yeah.
Man, this has been great. We found a cool scroll. We found an awesome flaming banana that's going to be a bananarang. And now we have this crazy collapse swans.
Just
Not to mention the crazy collapse whip thing.
Right?
it's all
Lots of
coming
crazy
together.
collapse stuff.
Well, you're
It's that-
What's this?
I wonder what's next.
You're in
You're
the
in the
place.
place. You're in the place that these.
Yeah, we're in the spot.
That's
That's why there's a lot of this. Go to
What's
store
the
where
collapse
you won't
whip?
get that.
Whip?
You won't get shit.
It's the show's weapon.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Yeah, yep. Got it.
You
Yeah.
guys got 4 new things today.
God,
It's a
God,
cool
we're having
whip.
a great day.
We got so much cool
Nope,
stuff.
that's why
Loot!
it's 4 new things. Let's go.
We've had a great couple days. This has been
We
wonderful.
fought some monkeys, dude. It was great.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
man.
should take
shit throwing monkeys, and you got them.
No, I'm just gonna put out. I've had a great time.
What was that?
I was gonna say,
I've been having a wonderful time.
Not
are you
show.
taking Yennefer on your errands?
If he wants to join.
No, I'm
I'm
feeling sick and emo today.
Isn't that right,
Araxes?
He's like, yes, we must retreat.
I have things to tell you about. Like your mother's name. My mother's name. I found out on my own.
He's like, shit,
you got me there. Off we go.
He would probably want to go check in on Bailey and make sure she's doing well.
He's
He's going away.
Bye, Yennefer.
He's just roaming. He's just
It's like when you let the
Come over,
Sims go on auto.
Well, I'm gonna go to the transportation district to see if I can locate a way to send expedited messages.
Adios. See you later.
Costs money.
There's
There's places to send messages. Those services exist, and some
You
more
do it.
smart than others.
Some
Simple.
keep records. The ones that don't keep records of every message they send costs more money and is illegal and under the table. Which one are you looking for?
I'm looking for the legitimate one.
Oh,
That one's very available. Yes, okay, you're fine.
And I'd like to send out the letter that Matthias wants sent out.
Yeah.
Shop
And then
inside there is
yeah.
just sure. Takes it.
Is that going to cost anything, or is that just ready to go already?
That's
That's ready to go.
This
This
one's
one's
clear.
clearly
Cool.
been stamped already. Sir.
And then I'm gonna write out a letter, a nice little letter to my mother, and it's just gonna detail our travel back to Lastar. We met up with a colleague out of the college that is helping guide us around and keep us safe.
Are you
Are you
writing
writing this to the person, or
like
like?
I'm just saying a guide.
Yep.
I'm not saying anything specific. I'm just saying we have a friend here in Lastar who's helping us.
Mhm.
I'm gonna write I'm gonna write a quick little summary of our adventure down to the burning forest
Mhm.
and how much I dislike fire elementals. And then coming back up here and potentially going on some more adventures to the north.
You'll probably notice while you're writing the letter that the address information on the exterior of the letter is just the same exact color as your pen.
Do you look at the address?
What is the address? I'm curious.
Correct
Correct
me
me
if
if
Last star.
The entire
I'm not confident.
area.
I had my head
I'm
down.
not confident.
Last star.
I'm gonna
Just
double
Check it.
all of it.
It
It
is
is
within
within
last
star.
It is?
5 Lastar Lane.
If it's in last star, you can just hand it to him.
Not the
Not
city.
the city.
Yeah, the
Kingdom.
nation.
Oh,
That star is the name of the entire country.
I forget.
Every
Every
kingdom was
named
named
after
their
their
founding city because
because
Oh,
of
no,
assholes.
no. The entire country.
No, I did the
Just
same exact thing with my
last
fantasy world. You're
star.
not an asshole.
This is how people work.
Well, a lot of empires do that.
I
I
keep wanting to say Cinderport, but I'm not confident. I don't see it. I don't know.
It's south of Cinderport.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Easeldrift?
Drift?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Easeldrift.
Drift.
You see,
You see, it has
the
markings of Easeldrift.
I will just take note of that. I will finish up my letter.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then what do you do with the letter?
I'm gonna request it to be sent to the Portmaster Everfall of Shia.
Okay.
Okay.
I will hand it forward. Does it cost?
This poor dude.
Does it
He's
cost
been working for
anything?
15 hours straight.
Do you
Do you
want
want
expedited with
with
this?
this?
How much would that cost?
3
3 gold pieces extra.
Yeah, I'll take expedited.
That'll
That'll
be a total of 5
gold pieces because it's international.
I will take out. I will take out and leave 5 gold pieces in his hands.
Thank
You
God.
must now agree
as he just takes it, still making eye contact, and then puts a waiver towards you.
You must sign here that you consent to us reading your letter for the expedited service. I will be reading your letter to my intermediary, who will then rewrite the letter, so your parents will receive it within the next hour or 2.
Oh.
Sign.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I will slowly back away, keeping eye contact because he's keeping eye contact with me. And then I will exit the door.
Before you exit, you see the individual open up the letter, and sit down and go,
Dear mother.
Oh God.
and he just starts saying it verbatim, word for word, as robotically and emotionlessly as possible. As he's sending a message into some magical device to somebody else. What else do you want, you fucking fun sucker? Just take up all the time with your dumb shopping shit. I'm just gonna keep bullying you. That's what's gonna happen.
So mean. I'm gonna go look for the components, the spider web. It's easy enough to do, I imagine.
Shopping instead of fighting monkeys with fire. What's spider webs? What do you want to fight? Spider webs?
Show wanted spider webs. It's a small component.
Yeah.
Some negative webs.
Yeah, this is easy to get spider webs. People got spider webs for days. How many spider webs do you want?
I want a spider farming NPC.
Okay.
Just a guy.
Want to go to spider farms? You want that?
I don't want that.
We're going to spider farms, aren't we now?
I don't want that.
That's
what I wanted. So that's what we're getting.
I was picturing just like a dude with a little terrarium with a bunch of little creepy crawlies, and he just spends tireless hours just
I don't know.
spinning their webs.
You're
making a milking motion. Spinning. I was picturing a tiny crochet needle with the webs, just like little crochet.
Or something?
Just enough to be useful. So 5 or 10 silver worth.
Nope.
No, he cares deeply about the spiders, so he waits until they reach the end of their natural lifespans, and then takes the expired spider's web and weaves it into a nice little tiny spider scarf to remember them by. He's very deeply attached.
In the agricultural district, there is a very famous spider farm. You see an individual drow there who's out. He has a bunch of tents and shades up and everything, a big old barn that's open. And there's all sorts of weird underdark creatures that are out about in the fields doing their things. And having just producing all sorts of interesting resources for mages and stuff. The individual looks really happy, and as you approach, he's like, Greetings, Wolf. How are you?
I'm okay.
What can I do you for, good sir?
I'm just...
Ma'am? I don't see gender.
I'm just looking for a bit of spiderweb to fit into a component pouch. I don't know.
Oh,
Spiderwebs. What kind of spiderwebs?
You looking for?
Giant
spiderwebs,
small spiderwebs,
medium
spiderwebs, caustic spiderwebs, fire spiderwebs. We also got water webs. Those aren't quite spidery, but they are webby. What are you looking for?
Like a small to medium spider?
A small medium spider web. Well, I can make a small medium one out of a large spider web or a giant spider web, depending on what you want. Come on here. You can see all my different spiders. Live with all sorts of awful creatures, one of which is the centerpiece is a massive, gargantuan-sized spider that is like fat. It's like just sitting in the center of the barn and just pooping out spider webs into a giant like conveyor belt of just industry inside here. And there's just all sorts of spiders being milked for a million different reasons inside here. Harvesting their spider webs.
I just need spider web.
I got plenty of that for you. So we have a policy here where you can pick your own. Here's your Maggie.
I take it.
Don't get bit.
What?
This is not what I envisioned.
I'm gonna.
Keep on that fun, you fuckheads. I was getting bored. This is where we are.
I'm gonna look for the smallest spider that has no additional thing, like no acid webs or no other effect. Just the most normal looking, smallest spider I can find.
Make a perception check.
And
you think you found it?
I'm gonna go up to it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to take a couple pinches of web into my baggie.
Inside your head, you hear. You want to make a deal.
I'm gonna go faster. And once I get a nice little chunk in the baggie, I'm fucking booking it.
It holds up. You start getting resistance before you get everything you need. Hey, I'll make a fucking deal.
Nope, I already got a deal.
Nope. Slip that man's throat and let me out.
I'm gonna take what I have and I'm gonna leave.
Too strong this time. Wasn't strong enough last time. As you hear it disappear in the connection.
I'm gonna pay for the spider web.
Oh, jeez, terrific. That seems great. Here you are. That'll cost you a gold piece for that lot there. That's terrific.
Just look really uncomfortable and shaken.
Thank you. From the underdog supplies here.
Nope, not at all.
No?
I'm gonna walk away. I'm just gonna start walking.
Now. We all like that. Okay.
And as I'm walking away, I will wave. So like it's like I'm still facing away from him, but I'm waving to acknowledge him. But I'm getting the fuck out of there.
What a nice lady. Excuse me, ma'am. That's another person coming by. I'm a sir. Yes, sir. Come on in here. You need something for... What do you need? Underdog goods? Do you hear that in the background?
And then
nice job.
I was gonna go see if I could stock up a bit on some high quality ink for spellcrafting.
You go into an ink shop.
Yep.
You see
oh my god, we're still...
You see the equivalent. You see the drow account.
He owns all the shops. It's a monopoly.
What do you need to make?
The highest quality ink from Underdark octopuses.
Have you ever
They're cousins to the
illithid. You walk in and you see the equivalent of from Borderlands to what's his name, Crazy Earl, Crazy Ed.
Oh,
what you want?
Yes, what you want? As soon as you get in the door.
I'm looking to write down some spells.
Got
Any
money!
please? Yeah.
Give me the money! Give me your money!
Wow. Can I at least see the
Give me
info?
your money! He's just screaming at you. He has a bag over his head. And it's just two cut in the eye.
It's like a potato
sack, though.
So it's not like a brown paper bag.
Like a burlap sack.
The
The
mouth
mouth is there. The eyes are there. The nose
isn't
isn't there. But you can see there's clearly like
every
time he breathes, the sack is going into the nostrils as he's yelling at you. He's incredibly short. Somehow you know he's got white hair and his ear hair. You don't know how you know that.
The
The individual's behind the counter,
and he's still
screaming.
Give
Give
me
me the money!
How much can I? How much can I buy?
How much you
How much you
got?
got?
120 gold.
That's way too much!
60 gold.
I'll break your legs!
That's very threatening, sir.
What do you want? Single pieces of
Spelling.
spelling? We don't got none of that here.
Then Then I have no business with you.
Oh, you got me! As he brings out and slams it onto the table. Oh, you have a hard bargain! You almost got me there! How'd you know I had this? Who you been talking to? I want you to know outside the shop it says he sells things.
Your shop advertises it?
That's so!
Yeah.
Does that bitch come more next door? He leans in way too close. You can feel how hot and bad his breath smells from around the corner.
I don't know Kaimora, but that sounds like a terrible name.
Give me the gold. Give me the money.
I gotta pull out 80 gold worth?
He just smacks it out of your hands. It just all falls on the floor, and he just puts the ink in. Get out!
Is it 80 gold worth of ink?
Exactly 80 gold pieces worth of ink.
Then I will stow that away and I will leave.
Don't come back!
He has tremor sense. He counted every single coin as it hit the ground.
Tremor sense.
You can
call him crazy.
I need
a fantasy name though.
I want to see if I can find a spell scroll. Can I do that at a place like Last Star?
Crazy Dunderflop. That's his story.
Dunderflop.
Yep. Crazy Dunderflop's magic goods.
I'm gonna notate this as vivid shopping.
Well, that's the shop's name.
Oh, Crazy Dunderflop.
No one
Is it his name as well?
No one knows his real name.
He's just Crazy Dunderflop to you and I.
Got it.
You can visit him whenever you guys want.
I don't want to visit him.
That place
is always open, but it's never open. It's always open. But it's not open. But it's open. You can go in. But he's not open for accepting.
What else
did you want, Hunter?
You stupid
Rolls. I'm just being bullied.
I don't know what's happening. You're not being bullied. You're on a grand time. I'm the one being exploited. Fuck you. I'm not this big bullshit over here. I'm not. I'm so tired.
Holy shit, I'm so tired. I ate one meal today. I messed up.
Oh my gosh, why would you do that?
Because I am a failure. I don't know. I ate at 4. It's what time now? 9:44? That's the only meal I had today. I didn't even finish it.
God.
Oh, God. Okay, so...
Why do you want a spell scroll?
You already got one that's way too good for you. You don't need another one.
He needs a blank one to write
I need
it.
ritual scrolls.
I don't believe you.
Literally my subclass.
Check on your DM.
The entire purpose I chose this subclass for this pack.
I feel wild. I don't know
what's
what's
happening.
Declare
It's a
rituals.
really
weird
session
session
happening
happening right now. I don't know what's going on, but I
I'm
like it.
enjoying it thoroughly.
All right,
Good. Well,
as
as long as no one's left to call yet.
What
What you got for your persuasion check?
That is a 26.
You
You can try again tomorrow.
I'm kidding,
of course. Of course. You're facing right norm, picking up the scrolls? No, you're just like, this is ridiculous.
But you do have to
chase the person down for the scrolls. That is what's happening.
So in
So in
this
store,
store,
last arc, because this place is becoming my favorite place. Everybody else has to cause issues with the rest of the kingdoms.
So
like, you know, in Spyro, there's like a little blue guy that's potentially borderline racist with an egg that runs around.
Oh, they got
scrolls.
And you
Just run around the market with scrolls.
you pay somebody for them, and they're like, all right, if you tackle them, it's yours. They'll give it to you, no problem. He knows now.
This is the most absurd policy, but okay.
Yeah, well, you could go to other places that don't do this, but you did it. So, like, fuck you.
I was trying to.
He rolled a 28. What do you mean?
I don't care.
You're muted, buddy.
I'm muted?
Oh no, it was peaking.
Oh, okay. I don't care. That wasn't a roll that. It was a roll to convince me. It wasn't a roll to find a good shot. That wasn't what the roll was for.
I just want to find spell scrolls for ritual spells.
Athletics check and then a constitution check. You gotta chase it and then you gotta endure. It's a long run. This was one of the most annoying things ever in Spyro. So
You got to take the hard angles.
Yep.
You know it.
Athletics, a 17.
Okay.
Constitution ability check or saving throw. That's the same for me. That's a 21.
21.
Wow.
You are not.
I rolled 2 18s.
You
Nice
literally
job.
bought the scrolls that weren't on the flying individuals that are part of this establishment. So these guys just start booking it, and you're like, no, I don't think so. And you just sprint after them, like, you can't use magic. That's the rule. They won't give you the scroll. You use magic to get them down. You gotta do like a good old-fashioned pig-style re-stuff chase down, all right?
There's a moment at like right before I take them down where I pull out the magic rock I bought from the salesman on the mountain, and I just huck it to the back of its head and knock him over.
And the entire time, you can just hear how this creature is loving this. And even when you hit it, it's like, yeah! As it goes to the ground and crashes, it's like, ah! And as you approach the creature, and he's just like, you've caught me. You caught me. Aha. Here you go. He just hands it up to you with a very excited face. It's all covered in all sorts of like bandages and stuff. You have no idea what fucking race or creature this thing is. It looks like a mummy, and it's just ridiculous. But like it's got all sorts of different colored stitches all around it. That must have been impressive to take. But I want to stress to you that this is like the equivalent of like a Pokemon, where it's just like chase me, like a Rick and Morty character. You're like, chase me, come on, chase me.
Where's the Rick and Morty guy? Chase me! He's like, hunt me! And they're all hunting me.
Okay, like him, but completely different, but exactly the same. Completely different, but exactly the same.
This reminds me of that Borderlands character. Fucking shoot him in the face.
Shoot him in the face!
Shoot me in the fucking face.
I am also exhausted by me making this world dark and scary all the time. So I've just been dying to get this out of my system. And this episode has been a saving grace for that. By the way, though, perception check.
Speaking of dark and scary.
He wanted a monopoly on tragedy.
That's
and he couldn't handle
another 18 for a 19.
The rock
cracked in half, and there's a ring at the center of the rock.
What?
What? I will pick it up and just stow it away for the moment.
Yeah,
You can add a ring to your inventory.
What?
I want to get it appraised.
As I walk back into
the
the little kettle.
Later at night.
Well, when you guys gotta go pick up the banana ring.
I just found this on the ground, literally right outside your shop.
This wasn't a rock that I had.
Is that what you're saying? We can't go in?
Do I get a fucking ritual spell scroll? That's what I was looking for.
You're talking about guy. That's how it works, dude. Yeah, you got it.
You earned that shit.
What do I get?
I don't know.
There are several spells that are ritual spells.
We'll see how I feel.
When your DM just trolls the shit out of you.
Inventory. Which one do you really want? You can't have that one.
Well, the ones that I want,
the one you want second most. You can have
the ones that I want, I can't even utilize yet because they're 3rd level.
Oh, then you get that one. No, I'm kidding. No, you don't get that one. I'm just fucking with you. You still can't have that.
Where's a list? Is there a list of these things? What is it?
Give me a
You can
second.
filter spells by ritual spells.
D&D Beyond?
Yeah. And it's a much smaller list of spells. And then
Links
you can
in
filter
general.
that by level. I can only do up to 2nd levels currently.
Rituals. Casting a spell.
Skyrite, wrist pocket.
Give
Give
me
me
a
a
list.
list.
I want the list.
Show me a list I can read.
List is in general.
Thank you.
Silence, magic mouth. Locate animals or plants. Gentle repose. Beast
thank
sense,
God.
augury. Animal messenger. That's
How
the
many
How many
second.
did you want?
Just
Just
one,
one, two?
I mean,
It
I
costs money.
have money, so I was going to
How much
see what
money?
I would. I'll spend 200 gold.
Nah, that's not enough.
He just
takes your money.
Not
enough.
He won't
give it to you.
That
That scroll, he won't give it to you for 200.
I also have a scroll of identify that I was gonna trade as an addition.
Nah, we
Nah, we
don't
don't need trades at this establishment.
Oh my god.
You gotta
go to the rich people for that shit.
210?
Nah, you gotta go more.
220?
Way more.
240?
Oh, you're
You're almost there.
250?
Yeah,
He'll give it to you.
Okay, so I can spend 250 to get what?
You're not
You're not gonna like it.
If you're gonna give me something,
Get juice? Yep.
what are you gonna give me?
I'm
I'm really worried what I'm gonna give you though.
I'm
Really worried.
I mean, it's
Tell Battle
ritual.
God.
Fifth level ritual spell.
Ooh, nice.
That's okay.
If only you were
See?
smarter.
It's
More alert.
more value. But because you had to run down the
catch-ems.
lowers
it a bit.
Catch-ems.
I mean, for a 5th level spell, I would imagine that lowers 250 is a fucking steal. So
There you go.
There you go.
You want to
Do you want to spend more money?
Want to catch
Catch another thief?
I have no more money.
Catch
Just like that, you're poor.
Come back
Come
when
back when you
you
have money.
poor
Poor person, go away.
Guess you
Guess
can't
you can't
shop
shop
anymore.
anymore.
The guy's
super rude.
The guy
The
that
guy that owns this establishment of just all these
like
barnyard type of mummy animals
with some that fly, some that run really fast,
some that are like rabbits. Just a weird collection of misfits with scrolls.
There's going to be a proletariat revolution soon.
You know what? That guy's
definitely
Dragonborn, without a doubt. He has to be a
Dragonborn.
That guy that
just set up that whole establishment,
he's fucking
wild.
No purple eyes,
he's just a weirdo.
Last Star is surprisingly eccentric shop owners.
I'm gonna cast.
See, bro, mages, they should be wide.
Magic
people are crazy.
It's true.
So
Out of curiosity,
Reserved.
as I'm walking back to the walking towards Bailey's place to meet up with the group.
Elemental makes eye contact with you, just like a.
I'm just gonna avert my gaze. I'm gonna pull on my goggles and I'm gonna cast Identify on the ring.
Ooh.
That's the way you fucking get Reed.
I want to go.
Ring of Shabash.
More stuff.
Ring of
Jumping.
Jumping.
Ring of Jumping.
Yep.
You just jump.
You have to jump, like, you're just
You can
constantly
cast the
jumping.
jump spell at will as a bonus action.
That's actually kind of sick.
That's
At
kind of
will.
cool.
And as a
Maybe
That
bonus
sounds
action.
like my class that I'm making. That's
Might have
Might have been
hilarious.
sitting on that for a zillion episodes.
Wait a
We
minute.
have more
How many
rocks.
people?
We have more
well,
rocks.
We have all the
We
rocks.
have more rocks.
Oh man,
bought
I feel like
up-
I robbed this guy now.
I'm gonna make my way back to Bailey's to meet up with the rest of the group. So
Okay.
What are you
What are you guys doing?
you would not believe what just happened.
What took you so long? Poor Bailey has been asking for you for the past hour.
I gotta
don't even
pull
know
out
if
the
we're
friends anymore.
I gotta pull out the spider webs for show.
Oh, thank you. What do I owe you?
I'm actually gonna keep a little bit of it for my own component pouch, but like 5 silver is fine.
5 silver? Okay. I give her 5 silver from my massive stores of money.
Bailey, how are you? Before I go into my stuff.
Good,
Hanging in there, nervous. A lot of big changes in my life, but things are probably hopefully going to settle down for me now for a time. So I'm really excited. But you look flustered. What happened? What's going on with you?
He takes
She takes a sip from her wine glass.
I went-
Large wine glass.
Her goblet.
Alcoholic.
You
Her
guys can
fucking-
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
You
see
can
this.
see
Yep.
this is
A
a
new
new
girl.
girl. She came back a new woman thanks to you all.
Oh,
You're welcome, Bailey. You're welcome.
I went to go buy the spider web for show. He asked for component. Apparently, there's spiderweb farms and not just like an apothecary with ingredients.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
And so I had to pick the webs from a spider, and it talked to me telepathically and asked me to make a deal with it. So
What,
I got
you've
the
never been
fuck.
on a farm
I
before?
got I got the fuck out of there.
Oh, good.
Well, you didn't make a deal with it? Oh, I always do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way,
it's fine.
Like, it
Like,
can't
it
do
can't
anything.
either way,
it's
it's
a
fine.
spider.
I mean, I already have that sort of thing done. I can't really.
What, it's
double
just a
dip
spider.
anyways.
What do you mean?
What do you mean you can't double dip? What do you mean?
Whoa.
And anyways,
Is there like a
Double,
rule?
double dipping.
Is there like a rule? Is that how these things work?
That's
That's
not how my
world
works.
works.
That's
For sure.
that's how
That's got
that's,
great
deer.
that's how Faith believes it works.
Uh-huh.
That's a good thing.
That's
It's
like, hey, you can only do this once. He's like,
as he goes to heat
Steven.
Steven.
Yep,
Yep,
you got it.
it.
Just nah.
Hey, what do you mean?
And then I went to go buy ink for spell writing, and this guy, crazy Dunderflop, he was the meanest. He was
He's
crazy.
crazy.
He was
Yeah,
so
it's in his
mean.
name.
Yeah.
Don't-
No one
I mean,
goes
goes
to
to
him.
him.
He's
He was the
Wild.
first. That was the first ink store I found.
He's got
He's
really
got
good
really good
prices,
prices,
though.
though.
That's
That's
kind of
kind
how
of
He
how
does.
he's doing business.
He was. It was very.
But it's
It
a
was
bad
Bad
experience.
experience.
It was the worst experience.
Should have came to me and asked. I could have told
I-
you the right stores to go to.
I should have. I absolutely should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were friends with her, you would have known to do that. But
Yeah.
I-
That's very true.
She
And
just
she
sort of
just sort of just.
That's mean and that's not fair.
You're right.
You're right.
You're right.
You're right.
She just
She
gives you a
gives
big
you
old
a big old
hug.
hug. And she's
Fuck,
like,
we're
we're
sisters."
sisters.
And then
Just had a
I
bad
went to
time.
go find a spell scroll,
Yeah.
but they made me chase a dude.
Oh,
And
that's an experience. That's like you don't really do that for like things you actually need. That's like
I mean, it was
Taurus thing.
exhilarating, and I got a really fucking great price for what I got.
Good.
I got a 5th level spell scroll for 250 gold.
What?
That's yeah.
You must have caught someone really sweet. Your rolls were actually good. So you really
That's the thing.
Because some people pay the money and they just never can catch the thing again. It's just not
Oh,
going.
God.
There's people inside Last Star that are still chasing a scroll carrier down. One of the catch-ems.
I was driven. I had already had a day. I'd already had an afternoon.
Girl, she just put wine in your hand. Girl,
I take out like a big gulp. And you know what else? You guys all got the rocks from the merchant on the mountain, remember?
Oh yeah,
The magic ones?
Yep.
Break them!
Magic one.
Break them!
They're art. Why would we break them?
I threw mine because I was mad, and it broke open, and I found a magic ring inside.
Oh.
Let's
I reached
do.
in my bag and pull out the remaining stones.
do you
Do you remember how many you had?
I bought the guy out.
I know you
I
do.
know you do. Do you
remember
remember how many?
I told
I
you.
told you how many.
I want to say 5.
I have one as well.
You do have one.
You do
You
have
do
one.
have one.
Well, it was like a bunch of us got one each, and then Matthias got like 4 or 5, I think it was.
Yeah, I think I had 5. I may have gotten rid of 1 for some reason. I might have
I know
given
you-
it to, like a kid or something.
You gave
You
one.
gave
I
one
don't-
to.
I know you
I know you
wanted
wanted
to
to throw one away at one,
which
which
I'm
I'm pretty sure you did.
And then
Okay.
Maz
now.
Mm.
Again. You got a ring. And Joe,
Didn't you give one to everybody? Or how'd it go?
Yeah, everybody wanted one.
Bought
Their
one,
corresponding
and then
colors.
he bought the rest.
So I think I have, like,
Everybody
Everybody make investigation checks.
I'll say there's a total of
1,
1,
2.
Let me actually check my
5,
inventory.
5.
Maybe I'm
Let's
not
say
dumb.
There's 5.
Okay.
5 rocks.
Investigation check. Oh, time to use that D12 inspiration.
Oh, that's
Woohoo! 17.
nice. 17.
Oh, show, this is rocks. This is your thing. You can take a bardic inspiration.
Yes, I like rocks. I do. I really like rocks, actually. So you want me to? What do you want me to do with set rocks?
Check.
I-
Investigation check.
Yeah, sure. So you said D12.
Bardic inspiration is
D8.
D6. It should be
D6. Oh my god.
Ring of swimming for
Matthias.
Matthias.
13.
Ring of warmth for Ganu.
That's useless for me.
You don't. No, that's not useless. You don't get it now. Fuck you. Joe, you get a ring of warmth. Fuck him.
Thank you. It's hard being a rock human thing.
We'll
We'll get something else for that. Hungry
Yo, I
bastard.
swim fast. Let's go.
You
You
got
say.
resistance to cold damage, but not you anymore.
I already have resistance to cold damage, which is
Oh,
why
oh.
I said that.
Nope.
Nope.
Now
Now
Rated
there's
it to
nothing in
one
your
of
rock.
us.
Now there's nothing in your rock.
Okay, I was right.
Eventual DM for
No,
Quip.
you're fine. You're fine.
Did Enferth have one?
Mm-hmm. He would
if he was here.
But
But
Araxes
Araxes took his ring since he's not here and threw it away.
Got rid
Got rid
of
of
his
his
rock.
rock.
Man, it's like you should show up to DM even when you're tired. Nah,
Nah,
you play like shit. Not having fun.
I was gonna say that's
Don't show
that's
up. Don't come tired.
that's a bold claim.
Don't do
Don't
that.
do that.
Don't
Don't
ever
ever do that.
You sound like you're on your last legs there.
It's full
It's
time.
past past end.
It should
It
have ended.
You can end.
It
I
will.
mean,
It will.
we're
We're
showing.
doing this is the last thing.
This is the last thing. Fuck you guys.
We're in a college dorm cracking open rocks with
Yep.
the boys.
All right.
All right,
One of them is
empty.
empty.
One stone is actually empty for you, Matthias.
Okay.
Actually, two of them. So you got the one.
And then he got the warmth one for show. You got the water one. So we just need the Ganu ring.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Get your dumb coins.
Go get a fucking dumb coin.
Okay.
You're gonna flip
a coin, one of your friends is gonna call it.
Oh, there's a hole in my bag. Okay, someone's gonna call it.
Yeah,
And then
if they call it right, you're gonna get something really good.
Tails. Tails never fails, baby.
Well, on the ground it was heads.
Yeah, we have to redo it if it's on the
Flip it on
ground.
your hand.
You have to catch it. Everyone knows the rules of coin flipping.
I
Duh.
just wanted to make sure. Okay. Heads.
Aw.
Wow. All right, never mind. I'm so sorry.
You get
It's
a
okay.
curse.
You open up your rock, and you and Sega, the curse of I don't know, smelly farts.
It just smells
I'm so dead.
I'm so fucking dead. Why couldn't you get something good? I hate you.
Oh my god!
Trying
to
You
get
literally made it a coin flip. What do you mean?
I know.
He had a
chance.
chance.
He could have lied to me. I can't
We've
tell.
gotten a lot of cool shit this episode.
I didn't want to lie about that.
I'm
glad you didn't actually. So because you didn't lie for your honesty, you'll get something cool. Look at that.
Give him something that has a good effect, but it has a secret curse on it.
Ring of Jinn summoning.
Oh
look, it's right there in D&D Beyond. What do you unbelievable? It's like you.
Except it's the liquor gin.
You like just sip it, and whenever you do, it's
with
just
that.
it's like a flask of
Done.
You get it. I was gonna give you something legit. Done. That's fine.
Yep.
Ring of Gin, G-I-N,
Ring
something.
of
That's
Gin.
better than
Better
any
than
dumb benefit you can gain. You'll have way more fun with a ring.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Gin.
Ring of
Wait,
ring
but-
of gin.
but it's secretly cursed, so that whenever he drinks from it, it actually tastes like just still water.
No. I want it to be gin. It is cursed.
Oh, yeah, that's
we'll find
not
out how
fun.
cursed. Don't worry. We'll see how the curse works.
the real curse is the friends.
Drink a lot
drink
of
along.
gin and find out how the curse works.
Oh.
The curse is alcoholism.
Bailey, she immediately tries to haggle for the ring.
All right.
Anybody else want to do anything before we close today's session of this whatever this was?
So I was gonna say, but
It's
we were doing
amazing. This was fun.
stuff.
I don't
I don't
like
like you when you have fun.
Was Autumn still staying
I
like
wanna be
at our
stressed.
place?
You should fucking probably
So I was gonna say it beforehand, but I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
Yeah.
I was going to, unless anyone wanted to join me, on the way to Bailey's, I was gonna pick up Autumn and bring her to Bailey's place so we could all hang out together.
Yep.
Yeah, she's absolutely up for that, and you can see she looks pretty concerned and stressed.
Oh,
She looks distressed.
Yeah,
Concerned and stressed, yes.
oh, we don't have to get into that tonight.
I know.
I was gonna say, and that's what we'll end today's session.
Yeah. Okay.
With the
With the concerned Bailey, as you're all like cheering about all your rings of shit, and then all of a sudden you look over at a contemplative Autumn.
Okay.
That's where we're in today's session of Stories from the Multiverse. The Meme King wins. Sorry.